Good day, New York. I, Mayor Quimby, would like to be your senator. If elected, I would use your tax dollars to put Opie and Anthony on radio stations across this great land. Syndication now.
And welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. Starting the show a little differently today. I'm bummed, man. Ant's bummed. I know we're both bummed because we've said in many interviews that Alice in Chains is one of our favorite bands of all time, and Layne passed away like 2 weeks ago. They're now saying.
Yeah.
At first they thought he died like Friday. And now the latest news is that he may have been dead for like 2 weeks in his apartment. 2 weeks. I found out over the weekend, and I got to be honest, I was really bummed out.
Yeah.
Alice in Chains, one of my faves, and I know Alice in Chains, one of Ant's faves.
Absolutely.
And I got to tell you, man, radio blows. Radio absolutely blows. Because when I found out that Layne Staley died, I immediately started, flipping around the radio to try to get some info, try to get, maybe a
little feel for what is going on in radio as far as his death's concerned.
Or maybe just find a place where I can hang a little bit, because I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan,
Yeah.
And the radio didn't do it for me, so then I'm all weekend long, I'm like tuning in MTV like crazy, MTV2, and all they could give us is like a little scroll at the bottom of the screen. That's it.
Yeah.
For one of the greatest voices of the 90s.
Hell yeah.
In my opinion, the best singer of the 90s, and everyone knows how huge I'm into Nirvana and Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
But I think Layne had even a better voice than Kurt Cobain. And I couldn't get crap from our local rock stations here in New York. Nothing.
No, they milked the hell out of him and the band when they were really on top and putting albums out and stuff. But then, a couple of years goes by, he dies, and they just kind of blow it off or goof on it or something.
Right. I mean, in New York, you could get at least 5 or 6 radio stations that definitely played Alice in Chains a lot. So I'm figuring out of the 5 or 6, someone will do something.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do crap.
Yeah.
I heard one station playing Man in the Box a million times and goofing on the fact that he's dead. And that was about it. I remember back when Kurt Cobain died, and pretty much radio stations just gave up their programming.
Yeah, well, also, he was at the top of his game when he did it.
Yeah, I guess.
You get a guy like Layne who hung out in misery for a few more years, and people don't pay as much attention.
I just think rock radio in general just missed a great opportunity. You claim to, play all the music of today, and you mix in the Alice in Chains and stuff to have a good radio station out there, and you try to live like, quote, the lifestyle, and then a huge figure of the 90s and the grunge rock scene passes away, and your station has nothing to say. Nothing to say. Just proving that you're really just a jukebox playing, the latest songs that are out there.
Well, they got to get their bands on that the record companies shove on the radio stations. They got to do that. It's all in the programming lists that they got to play and everything. Get those on. Perish the thought you blow off some of that for some Alice in Chains.
And if the best you could do is play Man in the Box over and over again all weekend long and have your DJs goof, you're pretty pathetic as a radio station. Look, man, Ant and I like to goof on everything, and you want to take your shots at Layne Staley and Alice in Chains, go for it, man. We'd be called hypocrites if we didn't allow you to do that. But if you're a radio station and that's all you got, it's pretty pathetic. It's pretty pathetic. Why don't you just admit that you're just a jukebox and you have nothing to offer your listeners when it comes down to it. So we figured we'd start the show today with a nutshell from Jar of Flies, Anthony.
Very appropriate tune.
Very haunting, very dreary. It's raining here in New York. I'm sure a bunch of people have just killed themselves.
You listen to the words, and you can kind of get a little feel about what was going on in his head.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Real fast. I mean, I'll read the lyrics of the song real fast. We chase misprinted lies. We face the path of time. And yet I fight, this battle all alone. No one to cry to, no place to call home. My gift of self is raped, my privacy is raked, and yet I find, repeating in my head, if I can't be my own, I'd feel better dead.
Well, there you go. The saddest thing is that he went, 3 weeks? Was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
They're starting to say it could be up to 2 weeks that he's been dead.
How many people do you know that can just lock themselves in somewhere for 2 weeks and no one will notice or bang on the door or call and get worried? Here's a guy that, millions of people bought the albums, listened to the music, enjoyed the hell out of it. And, you fast forward to a couple of weeks ago, and no one even noticed he was gone, missing. Apparently, everyone gave up on this guy. If you wanted it that way, whatever. God bless him. I'm not going to say, intervention, everyone should have jumped in, knocked the door down. It seems they were fed up with him. They got to the point where they tried as much as they could. Maybe that's the case. But that's the saddest part is that, here's a guy and 2 weeks go by. There's nobody that should be in a position where weeks can go by and no one will knock on your door.
I was thinking
or call or something.
I was thinking, God forbid, if I was in that situation, I'm thinking, how long would I last before someone would discover? I'd maybe go a weekend.
You think a weekend?
Tops, but by Monday morning, someone's finding me. Not 2 weeks.
Yeah. So that's, it's just, it kind of lets you in a little more on what he was about. The guy either he chased everyone out of his life to the point where he could die and not be found for 2 weeks, or the other end, maybe the people in his life weren't really friends or family or committed enough to try to help the guy out. I tend to think the guy might have been an asshole to everybody and decided, that he wasn't going to listen to anybody, and he just figured he wanted to die, and that was it.
Well, he was pretty much shot since, 93.
Yeah.
They kind of got him together so they could do that unplugged thing back in, 96, I think.
Yeah.
And then he did a version of Another Brick in the Wall, right? Layne did, which was an unbelievable version, but that's pretty much it. For almost 10 years, he's been useless. Mm-hmm. But as being a huge Alice in Chains fan, it was always in the back of my head, hey, man, you've heard other bands, get it all together and get their lead singer back. I'm thinking eventually, man, something is going to pop. They're going to be able to, clean them up and get some more albums out.
Yeah.
I always had that hope in the back of my head. But when I found out, I was just so bummed. And then tuning in the radio here in New York, there's a lot of stations that were on are saying, hey, man, like Cleveland, I give props to Cleveland. I guess the station we're on in Cleveland did a full hour of Alice in Chains and taking phone calls and having the jocks talk and stuff. But here in New York, not one station had anything.
Yeah.
And that really bummed me out. Leon from Cleveland wrote this email. We have lots to do on the show today, but this is the way we chose to start today's show. Leon from Cleveland writes, I'm sad. Even though I never met Layne, I feel empty inside. 420 will forever be remembered as a day of sorrow, day of mourning, the day I lost all hope for my favorite band. I always felt that they were finished, but as long as they were alive, I had hope. When I heard the news, it came from a friend who could understand my loss. Layne's death, after a couple days to think about it and let it soak in, all I feel is empty, hollow. Something inside me is missing. The way I listen to his words are and will be changed forever. I feel his pain, his suffering. He was a humble man, a lonely man, a man whose demons were worse than can be imagined. And I feel sorry for Layne Staley. He died alone. His own personal demons killed him, very slowly eating him away. They killed him. It took them a decade to finish the job. A much more agonizing death than any gunshot wound. May Layne Staley live forever through his music, his words, and in our hearts. That's Leon.
Yeah, you always hope that something would happen. They get back together and make some more music. That would have been cool.
Right.
Because, you look at some other bands like STP were going that same route for a while, They were going the same route.
These are Scots.
Scott looked like, at one point, everyone was going, okay, Scott's going to be the next. That's it. The guy pulled it together. I guess he had people in his life that are close enough to him that smacked him in the face and said, hey, what are you doing? You got a talent. You got the world by the balls. Let's go out there and make something of it. And he did. It just always seemed like Layne was the kind of guy that was not up for listening to that, or maybe, like I said before, too, didn't have the type of people around him that could have helped him out.
Oh, man, if STP goes away...
Yeah, well, no, it seems...
Two out of my three favorite bands of the 90s now officially gone.
Scott seems like the kind of guy that, like, pulled it together. You know, Ben was just saying he saw him over the weekend with his kids and with his kid and his wife and everything. His wife's pregnant again?
Yeah, Ben pretty much ate lunch with Scott.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, actually. No, he looks great. It was wild seeing him. He's like a real father, like, you know, feeding his kid and, like, you know, like the rock star. And, like, it was wild watching Scott Weiland put together his kid's stroller and stuff.
Some people just need that kick in the ass, I guess, from, you know, they can kind of look at themselves and look at what the reality of something is and go, all right, look, it was fun or miserable when it lasted or whatever, as far as doing drugs is concerned. And then you go, okay, I got stuff to do now. You know, I can't be doing the dope. And they can stop.
There was actually a pretty prominent rock manager of a pretty prominent band out of Boston that tried to get him.
Tim Collins.
Yeah, tried to get them back
who
on
hates
track.
Anthony and I.
Yeah.
He tried to get them back on track, I remember, way back when.
Really?
It just never happened.
Aerosmith's another good example of a drugged out band that was able to just pull it back together again. They were completely on the brink. They should have been dead. Those guys should have been dead. What happened?
What happened? All right, let's go to the phones real fast here. James, what's going on, man?
Oh, what's going on, O&A?
Hey.
Well, let me start off by thanking you guys. That was the best I've heard for him all weekend. I mean, these radio stations in New York suck, man. You guys will always have ratings for your radio station from the beginning of the day to the end because I won't listen to anything else in New York anymore.
Well, that's up to you. I'm just talking from personal experience.
To not give this guy the respect he's deserved, though. I mean, he made, like, between them and Nirvana, they made music in the 90s. They were music in the 90s. And now, 10 years later, to not give this guy the respect he deserves so much, I mean, it's a travesty.
You know, it wasn't important to the rock stations in New York, so I said, all right, screw you guys. I got a 6-CD changer in my car, and I filled it up with Alice in Chains CDs, and I rocked all weekend.
Right there, O&A. Thank you very much.
All right, man.
Peace, guys.
And they wonder why people are deserting radio in droves. Figure it out. Yeah. Mike, what's going on?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, man, I just got to agree with you guys. I mean, I tried MTV, VH1, I mean, all these places, and they just had nothing. And this band, I mean, talk about Nirvana or Pearl Jam coming out of the 90s, but every band that you hear come out today, it's Alice in Chains. Every band sounds like Alice in Chains.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Very influential.
Yeah, let's go to Jose. Jose, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
How you doing? Yeah, you know, a certain radio station in New York was too busy promoting the Korn album.
You know what, and they did that to try to shove it up Ant and I's you-know-whats.
Yeah.
Whatever, douches. We broke the Korn album. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
And then they got promos all weekend. Hey, it's the world exclusive of all the tracks from the new Korn. Shut up.
Yeah, right? They never performed here radio.
They're so obsessed with us. Instead of doing the right thing and maybe doing something on Alice in Chains, they're too busy trying to shove it up our butts over here. Whatever, right? Dude. All right, Jose, thanks.
All right, you guys talk.
Bye.
Bye.
We got lots to do today. We're almost done with this, and we'll move on. We got a new affiliate to say hi to today.
Yes,
Anthony.
we do.
Nicole, what's going on? Nicole!
Hello.
3, 2, 1. Nicole, anything?
Who, you're Linda Blair now, counting down to when you're hanging up, Opie?
Hey, John, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, John.
I just wanted to, say what the other guys were saying. Thanks for, spending a couple minutes doing this. No one else has. And, it sucks that I got to put on my 6-disc player all Alice in Chains, but, sometimes you just got to mourn by yourself, I guess.
There you go.
Usually,
All right, John. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Well, time doesn't have to stop. We're not going to get crazy like that, but if you're a station that was treated very well by the product that the man put out, maybe you ought to, give a little back now that the guy's dead.
A little bit.
Just a tad.
I wasn't asking for much, being a rock listener.
A little info, a little moment to listen to a cool couple of tunes from the band and kind of think, that's all. Kind of puts you in a time and place.
I sat through MTV for like 12 hours. I rarely turn it on. I'll go to MTV, too, to get a video or two, But I know top of the hour they do the MTV News and stuff. I'm like, all right, they're going to have something for me. And nothing.
Yeah.
Matt, what's up?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, bro.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
Yo, I just wanted to say, man, it just goes to show what effing tools the guys are, that the DJs are, that are putting out the music today. I mean, these guys liked Alice in Chains just as much as we all did, but they can't put a friggin' song on now and again. I don't understand it, man.
All right, Matt.
Everybody's selling out, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they don't know how to service their listeners. It's pretty pathetic.
Not selling out, son. I bought in.
Fred, what's going on?
Yo, guys.
Hey.
What a great tribute song that you chose. You would think at least his drug dealer would have known he was gone for 2 weeks. How can you just...
Yeah, you know something? The guy, all right, he's making a joke, but that's a good point.
It's not a joke.
A drug dealer.
I'm sure the guy was making a living off
You know what? Maybe
Yeah.
the drug dealer did know, but, I mean, if you're a drug dealer, you're going to go run to the cops and say, hey, one of my best customers is dead in that apartment over there.
I'm sure he was calling more than once every 2 weeks, too. I mean, I never even got to see these guys live. It truly is a letdown, and it really hurts.
Two of my favorite bands I never got to see, by the way.
Can I just praise
Never saw Nirvana and never saw Alice in Chains.
And you never will.
Can I praise Austin Garrett for a second?
Yeah.
I was at the Norton show. None of you guys can reach the first balcony with those damn T-shirts except for Austin Garrett.
Hey, stop it. I threw one right up there. I don't even want to hear it. I always go long.
They might have had the appearance they did, but they fluttered in the wind.
No, they
didn't. Got it right up.
Fred, I would bet money that I got one up there.
Nothing reached except for his. I was up there. I was in the first row in the balcony.
Well, you know something? You didn't see them because I make a point, you son of a bitch. I make a point when there's a balcony of tying a couple real tight, and I throw them and watch them land up there. And I landed at least two all over to the right of the balcony. If you're standing on the stage, it was to my right. Shut up, Fred, you dickbag! I know I hit the balcony. You lying sack. You lying sack. All right. Bastard. I always hit the balconies.
Jackie, what's going on?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
It's a sad day.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into Alice in Chains, other people I'm sure are listening right now going, whatever, dudes.
Well, I just,
Sorry, maybe if Barry Manilow died, they'd be upset.
Right.
I don't know.
What were you saying?
I have another prophetic song from Jar of Flies.
Yes.
It's called Don't Follow.
Yeah, that's a great song.
And my boyfriend from college, his brother actually killed himself to that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's completely depressing, and it's all about, like, alcohol addiction and everything like that, and it's very sad.
Yes.
All right, well,
So,
morbid little
I thank you guys for acknowledging it. It means a lot.
All right, cool, Jackie.
Thanks.
You know what? What the hell? We'll play Don't Follow. And we'll get into the Opie and Anthony show for today, okay?
Yeah.
We got big news out of Philly, and we say hi to a brand new city next. But first, it's Alice in Chains. One more here. Don't Follow. On the Opie and Anthony show.
Well, you guys are both stupid. You're like a black eye for all mankind.
I don't think they're very nice people.
The only way I could actually think they were funny was to be on heroin. The Opie and Anthony Show.
You know, I just like want to throw up.
Feel the love.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony show. We got lots to do today. A couple phone numbers in the New York area. 877-692-1027. Anywhere else outside of New York City, including Anthony.
Yes, yes.
Albany! Holy yeah!
Hey. Albany.
Albany!
What's up?
Our latest affiliate. Screw Austin. We got Albany. I'll make that trade any day, bro.
Absolutely.
Lost Austin, a week and a half ago, and we gained Albany.
Yep.
And I guess we're the first show ever heard on a brand new station.
Brand spanking new station?
They built a brand new station. Their transmitter just arrived last week. They had to install it.
They had to put it out. I'm surprised we didn't have to go there and help.
Put it this way, no one knows we're on in Albany because the station couldn't advertise.
Right.
It didn't exist until 3 o'clock today.
That's all right.
We signed on the brand new station, WHTR in Albany, Anthony. Mm-hmm. They call themselves the new 93.7 WHTR, the Capital Region's Hot Talk Powerhouse.
Nice.
With Opie and Anthony. So big hi to Albany, man. That number for you guys and anyone else outside New York City, 866-277-4WOW.
And we're live on the air in Albany.
Oh, yeah.
Very good, because I'm waiting for the phone calls to just pour in. Have we got an Albany call yet?
Well, they can't say stuff like shut up and play the music because it's a brand new station. You know? This is not what I'm used to. They're not used to anything because this is a brand new station we're on in Albany.
I'd like to hear somebody from Albany, though. Give the number out for Albany to call.
All right, 866-277-4WOW, 866-277-4WOW. All the other cities are going to enjoy this today.
Yeah.
You suck. Get off the air. What are you talking about? Are you guys a bunch of House and Chains fags?
Yeah.
I have no clue what this show's about, and I love that.
But in time, just ask your pals from Philly. Just ask your pals from Philly what happens with this show when you give it a little time.
And we've been on in Philly for 10.5 months, I believe.
Has it been 10.5 months?
The first city that was brave enough to pick up the Opie and Anthony show in syndication.
With their fearless leader, Tim Sabean, at the helm.
Yes, and remember the phone calls the first day in Philly, Anthony?
Oh, I certainly do. Because they were playing music.
Right.
And then we come on, and how dare we come on the airwaves and replace the music?
They hated us.
Yes.
Absolutely hated us. And there's some people down there that still hate us. We know. We read your email, whatever.
That's okay.
But
please everybody.
It's ratings day in Philly today, Anthony.
Yes, it is.
It's been 10.5 months, so let's get a report from the leader himself, Tim Sabean.
Look at it. Even he gets the people to do the Layne O&A chant.
The party started a long time ago.
Ah, very good.
Tim.
The party started a long time ago.
Tim?
Yes, sir.
You're making us sound like nerds and all.
Like wacky radio.
They know you're on the phone. Everybody jumped in there. The party, I swear to God, started at 10 o'clock this morning, 11:30.
Yeah, but everyone in Albany, they don't know what the show's about. All the other cities, they know, okay, Tim trying to do a wacky little thing with the O&A chant in his office.
They're all pumped up that you're on, that you're calling, it's like, this is it. We're on the phone.
Oh, yeah, it sounded like it. There was probably 3 people in your office. Wow, we're real important in Philly. You can only muster up 3 people to do the O&A chant.
All 4 people in the office.
And I guarantee you were one of them.
No, I swear to God.
George
I was
Pataki.
right there leading it.
Opie, George Pataki checking in from Albany.
Yeah.
He says, you guys stink. Shut up and play the silence. Since there was nothing on before us.
I got it.
George Pataki.
A message for Pataki. We got the death penalty. Let's start using it, okay?
Right.
Anyway, go ahead, Tim. You got an update on the ratings in Philly?
Unbelievable. A year ago, we were at a 2.7.
Okay.
What's a 2.7?
A 2.7 share.
All right.
In the winter book of 2001.
2.7.
So that was before we came along,
That's before O&A. That's pre-O&A.
All right.
Okay. Now, a year ago, a 6.1 in Philadelphia. A 6.1 from a 2.7 a year ago. That's incredible. That is absolutely huge. That's over 100% increase.
Thank you, Philly.
Number 1 in men, 18 plus. Number 1 in men, 18 to 24. Number 1 in men, 18 to 34. Number 1 in men, 18 to 44. Number 1 in men, 18 to 49. Number 1 in men, 18 to 54.
Oh, my goodness.
Men 25 plus, number 1. Men 25 to 34, number 1. Men 25 to 44, number 1.
We love men.
Men 25 to 49, number 1. Men 25 to 54. I mean, do you want me to keep going?
It goes on and on.
How about men that are uncut?
Uncircumcised men, number 1.
I'm sure we're number 1.
Absolutely.
You keep going until you run out of number 1s and then go, okay, that's enough.
It just goes on and on and on.
How about women?
Women. I just have men in front of me. We target men. It is huge.
The reality is the Opie and Anthony show, we target men 18 plus.
Absolutely. And it just, capture men. Not just attract, but capture.
Hey, but we love the women.
Absolutely. There's no problem with that, but I'm telling you.
We're not cutesy enough for the women, I guess.
Well, but you got to understand, though, with Opie and Anthony, it's in the afternoon drive on this radio station, you guys are substantially ahead of anything else. Substantially ahead. Not just by like a tenth of a point here and there, but substantial.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I think the men are the important ones, though, because if your girlfriend's in your car and she doesn't like it, a fist in the cheekbone will change that.
Well, that's some great news, Tim.
Well, thank you guys very much. I mean, it is absolutely incredible. It is huge. It is huge.
I'm hearing we got like 20 shares in some of this stuff.
Absolutely. 20
Wow.
shares, 15 shares, 16 shares. I mean, you own it. You absolutely own it, hands down.
Hell, we might just have to move the show down to Philly.
Well, I'll come get you. I'm leaving now.
Might as well make Philly the flagship.
The flagship station?
The flagship city of the Opie and Anthony show.
I'll come and get you now.
All right, Tim. Thank you for the support. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you guys very much, man, because you turned this place upside down, and I appreciate it very much.
And, Tim, thank you so much for the bottle of Dom Perignon.
Mary, if you get a chance.
But more importantly than anything else, the listeners. That's what it's all about.
We love the listeners.
Love those listeners.
Put it in the fridge, please, Mary, if you could, the bottle of Dom, so it's nice and chilled for later in the program when we pop it.
You, Rachel.
Japanese. Rachel, you've come back. Hey, this is classic. A guy in Buffalo, Chris. Hey, guys, just heard you're on in Albany. Email my buddy to turn you guys on. That's how we're going to get listeners. Yeah, by email.
One at a time.
All right, Tim.
Thanks again, you guys.
Well,
Absolutely congratulations.
That's great news, and we needed some good news today. So.
You're the best.
All right, peace.
Thank you.
Oh, Tim.
Yes.
You got him so bad.
That was too easy.
You know what that was, too? That was your standard, Tim?
Yeah.
That was your standard one, so everyone listening knew it was coming. Bravo.
Tim, I knew I'd get him, though, because he's so happy today.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Jim? Yes, click.
They were freaking out in Philly today.
Oh, I know. They're losing their mind.
Out.
It seems Philly is digging the show.
All right. Let's go to Joe from Albany. Yes, Joe, what's going on?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
What's with all this talking? I want my static.
You want your static back?
I'm not used to this. This is not what I'm used to.
Yeah, it sounds like he's a new listener. It's not what I am used to.
Todd Van sucks.
All right, peace, bro. Whatever.
What happened, Opie?
What?
What's going on with your Islanders?
We're going to come back, Anthony.
Do you think so?
We're coming back. Congrats to the Bruins. So far, they're doing great.
Go Bees!
I'm just happy the Red Wings are down, too. Let's go to Mike. Mike, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome to Albany!
Oh!
I am so happy to hear you guys are in Albany. I've been dying, waiting for you guys to come.
And how'd you know about us?
Well, I work in Westchester, Rockland, and Putnam.
Okay.
So I pick you up in, like, Orange County as I'm going down.
Right.
And I lose you in Ulster County. So.
Well, how'd you find out that we were on today?
What's that?
How'd you find out we're on today in Albany? There's no way of telling anyone in Albany.
Yeah, I listen every day. I listen to you guys every day.
Oh, so he can catch us.
Every single day I listen to you guys.
But
but I always lose you when I'm going up north, so I'm psyched now because now I can listen to the whole show.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, literally people have to just be flipping around the dial in Albany and just, come across this new station.
Kind of fall into it.
Oh, you just wait till everybody hears about you guys, man.
All right, cool.
It's going to go nuts.
All right, peace.
Good luck, guys.
Fall into your goddamn station.
What station number is it in Albany?
93.7. The Point.
What's the matter?
Hey, man.
The Point. Hey, get the Point there, Ralphie. Sure.
Anthony, we were in the papers like crazy.
What happened there? At least nothing I had to worry about. I don't mind when we were in the New York City papers, but when there's pictures of me on courtroom steps and allegations of group sex and whatnot, it gets me a little nervous.
That's the first thing you want to tell Albany, that you're into group sex?
No. It was something that was written in the paper. Not group. I put group at 4 or more participants.
Group doesn't sound as hot as menage a trois.
Yeah, 3 is threesome or menage a trois. But when you're talking group, that's a little sicker, and it's got... How's that for a topper? My take on the whole thing, if it's 4 or more, there's usually some gay undertones there. Because there's usually another guy involved. See, my cup of tea would be more...
Oh, boy. Go ahead.
No, I would look at 2 girls and 1 guy as the only way to participate in that kind of action.
A cup of tea?
There's no... Right, my cup of tea, Jim Norton. There's no other guy junk involved in there. Just 2 female forms.
Yeah, but, Ann, we're way off on this.
That's it.
I completely agree with you.
Of course.
But Norton doesn't agree with us, and a lot of our listeners don't agree with us. We've taken phone calls from a lot of guys, and they say, "Hey, man, me and my buddy, we banged this chick, and it wasn't gay."
That's fine, but
I cannot be naked with my friend with another girl.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's not gay.
Well, look who's talking.
No, it's not as comfortable as it would be with 2 girls, though. It's weird. I don't like being naked with my friend either. It's a weird vibe, but I've done it, because I'm a single.
And the group sex, the sound of group sex, sounds like there's just men and women, and the men don't care if their leg is being rubbed by a yam bag, and it's just a big pile of humanity. Doesn't matter if you're reaching over, there's a hairy sack there, or who needs that?
It all smells the same on your finger.
Jesus. One dirty penny just like the next. That's a little more. No, that's not what I'm into.
Beach Boys are awful.
I said
That's not the Beach Boys.
Whoever it
That's
is.
Jan and Dean.
Jan and Dean. Know your music.
They're even worse.
From the ancient times.
Exactly. Who
Someone
knows?
wanted to know when we were playing Alice in Chains to start the show if you were saying, "Hey, I like this new band. Who are they?"
You know what? I did like both of those songs. I had never heard either one of them, and that's absolutely true.
You'll be obsessing about getting the albums now.
I know.
You will. You'll be, I got to get that.
Oh, I'll turn you on to some good Alice in Chains stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Open-minded.
Anyway, so Ant's into like menage a trois and stuff.
No, it was just something that was alleged in the paper.
And that's what we're getting at. Okay, yeah, so we were in the paper like crazy over the weekend. Rush and Malloy, they do their little gossip column, Anthony.
Oh, is that who it is?
We're starting to pop up in their column more lately, including a nice shot of you, I think. I think Rush and Malloy had the paparazzi shot of you leaving the courtroom after your divorce.
Right, they did, yeah.
And they're talking about Kid Rock and Pamela Anderson. And a little blurb here. It says, just a few hours earlier, the freshly affianced couple had been on the Opie and Anthony show discussing how they had to squeeze in some lovemaking before the premiere. Indeed, they arrived looking invigorated.
Yes. Yeah, they said they had to get home for some sex, a shower, and get dressed.
Right.
They report on that kind of stuff, huh?
And then today, Anthony.
Yeah.
In Cindy Adams' column.
Only in New York, kids. Only in New York.
Cindy Adams.
She ain't a bad old crone at that.
She's not really giving us props, but she's talking about one of the things we did recently on our show.
Yeah.
Says at Kathleen Turner's nude scene during an SRO performance last week of The Graduate, a patron hollered, "Put your goddamn clothes on." I think this is what she's referring to, Anthony.
Listen.
Okay. It's on the bed. Put your goddamn clothes back on.
Yeah. There you go. I like the other version better. The one where it's right up close. It's the guy's mic.
That's number 5 even, Rick.
You just hear those big juicy lips flapping.
The guy who still doesn't want to come forward, he kind of came forward a little bit last week, but he's still not admitting to anything. Well, here's a microphone that was in his shirt pocket during the Graduate.
Okay. It's on the bed. This rocks. Kathleen, put your goddamn clothes back on.
I love that clip.
That never gets old. So
I love it.
So it made Cindy Adams' column today. At Kathleen Turner's nude scene during an SRO performance last week at The Graduate, a patron hollered, "Put your goddamn clothes on." The house manager kicked him out. Outensy. Part of our Shows Your Balls segment, Andy.
Yes, and that gentleman has some set.
And we're looking for other people to come forward and do some crazy things, showing their ballies for the Opie and Anthony show.
Went into the theater there where The Graduate's playing. When Kathleen Turner dropped her towel or robe or whatever, he yelled that out. Very good. That takes some balls.
George, what's going on?
Yeah, man, what's up? I'm from Philly, man. And when you guys first came on, I was so mad that they took my music off.
Did you call us up and yell at us?
As a matter of fact, I did.
You were one of the guys that called up. And what did we say to you when you called up and said, "You suck, get off"?
You were like, "Listen, just listen. Give us a month, and you'll change. We'll grow on you." Well, guess what, man? You guys grew on me.
Thank you, George. We're like the invasion of the body snatchers. You really don't want it. You fight it tooth and nail, but eventually you have to fall asleep next to the big bean pod. And you wake up wondering why you ever fought it.
I think the average listener turns this off at least 10 times.
Yeah.
But something is in the back of their mind where they're like, I gotta go see what those idiots are doing.
Gotta go back.
Oh, they're doing that, and then they turn us off again. But
right.
But eventually you keep trying us out, and something sticks.
Exactly.
if you guys have any problems with NEW, man, WYSP will be glad to have you down here to broadcast.
George, are you a Flyers fan or a Kid Rock fan?
Unfortunately, I'm a Flyers fan right now. They didn't look too good on Saturday, so hopefully they pull it together.
George, we got great ratings in Philly today. Still number one in men. Every male demo, matter of fact.
Yes.
I think we've been number one for a year straight, thanks to you guys. I got a pair of tickets to Game 5.
Nice.
Flyers Senators.
Nice.
At the FU Center this Friday night. You want them?
Nice. I want them.
All right, hold on the line, George.
Thanks, guys.
And thanks for supporting the show. We greatly appreciate it.
Nice.
All right. Norton, you suck.
Thanks, fella. All right, we got to go to Lisa real fast and then take a break and get into some crazy crap today. Lisa, what's going on?
Hey, I'm calling from D.C., and I just wanted to let you guys know that Friday night I saw my first WOW sticker here. And I swear to you, I chased this guy for 5 exits trying to wow him, and he wouldn't let me over next to him.
Oh.
I was driving behind him. I tried to get in front of him and next to him, and he wouldn't let me.
There are girls that want to show you their breasts. I don't understand. The guy went as far as to put the sticker on the vehicle. That's what you got to do. You're listening to this program. You're a lunatic if you don't put a WOW somewhere on your vehicle. Whether it's one of the station-supplied stickers that say WOW on it, no an A, or just a cardboard sign with some magic marker on there. It doesn't even have to be magic. It could just be a marker, Jimmy.
Regular old possible marker.
And you put that on your car somewhere in the window, whatever, and you just drive around. And before you know it, a lovely girl like Lisa here is next to you on the highway, and she wants to show you her cans. Makes the commute so much better.
And I got to tell you, here in New York, we're starting to see a lot of WOW on the highways, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere I drove around on Long Island this weekend, WOW stickers like crazy. I think more than last year.
WOWs are starting to come back. Because the winter, it slows down. Because it gets dark by the time we're on the air. The weather sucks. You can't really roll your windows down and put the top down. But now, my drive in every day, I'm seeing a lot more WOWs. It's coming back. It's the WOW season. 'Tis the season of boobage.
So get the WOW on your cars, guys, and girls. There's a bunch of girls out there that want to be flashed on the way home. So. She dropped some cars. and if you need a WOW bumper sticker, Anthony, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to us here in New York, and we'll take care of you if you can't figure out how to do it locally, okay?
Yeah.
And that address is 888 7th Avenue, New York, 10106. And if you don't have a pen, I think that address is on opieandanthony.com. Lisa, thanks for helping us out with WOW. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Tell the guys to actually slow down and don't do any of that aggressive driving BS.
Oh, by the way, do you have a nice set?
I do. 36 double B's.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's a guy that missed out.
That's right.
All right, Lisa, thank you.
All right, bye.
Jake has some advice for Albany, Anthony. Yes, Jake. Jake?
Hello?
Hey, Jake.
Yeah, I'm calling from Albany.
Yeah.
It's been 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to change the channel.
Oh, you're using Rick's rule?
Yes.
Now we got to play that. Let's play that real fast for Albany. Do you want to explain this as we go to break, Anthony? There's a 20-minute rule that Rick decided to make up for the Opie and Anthony show. Right after I said the show takes a little while to get to know some of the people involved in the show and our brand of humor. And explain the show perfectly, how it's like a soap opera. Maybe at first you're not into the characters or whatever, but eventually, once again, I'll say it, something sticks, and you get into it.
Yeah.
Fox or somebody did a huge piece on the Opie and Anthony show. So Ann says this to the interviewer.
Mm-hmm. It's a show you can't just tune in on day one and really get a hang of it. It's like a soap opera. You know, after a week, you're like, all right, I know what's going on now. I kind of got a gist of it. And it kind of sucks you in.
There you go. It's kind of a little bit about what the show's about if you're a new listener to the Opie and Anthony show. Then I was directly contradicted in the very next scene by our own producer, Rick.
When you say Opie and Anthony show, everybody thinks sex, sex, sex. No. Listen to the show, and if you're not laughing within the first 20 minutes, then maybe you've got the wrong station. I don't know.
Then I don't know.
It takes a while. It takes 20 minutes.
Thanks,
whatever.
Rick.
Opie and Anthony show. Takes a while. Takes 20 minutes.
Thanks for putting the pressure on us, Rick. Thank you.
It's just that you're waiting.
I guess everyone tuned out because we decided to go serious today to start the show.
You're waiting for a big quote. You guys like to, you think about sex? No.
No.
He grabbed that out of midair.
I know.
Because the video, too, is him looking around going, and I don't know what I'm saying.
Watching that clip, we were watching it, and Opie just goes, uh-oh, he's in trouble. Like, you could see him searching. A lot of people think, oh, no, it's about, sex. No. They're still rolling on me. Okay, I got to come up with something. And Opie just looked and went, oh, no, he's in trouble.
He has no idea what he's going to say.
Oh, no, he don't have a clue about what he's going to say next. This can only mean trouble.
Oh, well.
You're like waiting for that big statement. If you're not laughing in the first 20 minutes, well, maybe.
Well,
maybe
I oughta. No, you can't say punch in the sea. Jimmy Norton, you know the rules.
You can say clown.
Well, you can say clown. You can say clown's C.
I heard Puppy's afraid of the clowns. Speaking of segueing into the news.
Eileen,
awful little man.
Yeah.
Can we talk to you after break? We gotta stop for a little bit here.
Oh. Sure.
Oh, Jesus, Eileen. I see what she wants to talk about.
She wants to talk about group sex. Hold on. All right, we'll talk to Eileen in D.C. next. Okay?
20 minutes.
What else do you want to do today, Ant?
I don't know. We gotta talk about the HBO thing that we were all watching in the office. HBO rules.
HBO, best channel on TV.
Yeah, they take stuff that is just blatant pornography and present it in the way that it's an expose. See? They weren't showing hookers giving Hummers in cars pretty graphically. They were doing an expose on hookers in New York.
It really annoys me. They stole my life.
They certainly did. Jimmy Norton's watching this, and he's been to a few prostitutes in his day, and he's watching going, oh, she's good. Oh, that guy. And he goes to me, he goes, I'm a good trick. I'm sensitive. I'm slow. I take the time. It's like, that guy's a scumbag.
It's like, I don't get scumbag. I learned that the hookers have morals.
Yeah, we learned hookers have morals, and they have lines that they won't cross. It's just bizarre to me. Bizarre to me. They put condoms on their fingers for things.
They have like a decision-making process they go through.
In their head, they have a whole set of ridiculous rules spelt out. They'll do A, but they won't do B. They'll do this, they won't do that.
How about the guy? All right, we'll get into it.
Yeah, we got to get it, because that guy, I know which one you're talking about.
You got that audio? All right, we got some audio. But it's going to be a lot of bleeps because there's so much cursing going on. But we'll get into it. I know.
She'll do the junk, but she won't lick the yam bag.
Right.
I don't understand.
I'll bet you there's an odor.
We know you're an expert. We'll talk to you about it next, Jim Norton.
It seems like every hole in my body is exploding every liquid imaginable. Opie and Anthony.
Our adult fantasy playroom is open. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Couple phone numbers in the New York area, 877-692-1027. Anywhere else, including Philly. And our brand new affiliate in Albany, you could use the number 866-277-4WOW. 866-277-4WOW. We got one of the hottest chicks outside the studio. I forgot her name. What? Glorianne, that's right.
Glorianne.
Oh, well, she's not outside the studio anymore.
Hey. Remember Glorianne?
How can I forget?
Hey.
Hello. Are your boobs even bigger now?
No, it's just my push-up bra.
Oh, she's got a push-up bra.
Got those sensors to make them look, bigger.
Your breast is completely coming out of the push-up bra. Like it's just, the push-up bra is just holding the bottom of it.
Well, during the commercial, you're trying to get my hole in one. So, I figured what's the difference?
Oh, foosball. You know something? You got to look right now with the jeans and that little frilly top thing. Looks like a little country girl.
Well, I am a country girl. I'm from Kansas.
Kansas, that's right. She's from Kansas.
She's blonde and beautiful. How tall are you, Gloria?
5'8".
5'8". You weigh about
128 when I'm standing naked on my bare feet.
Oh, I was going to say something, and then I decided not to because she was speaking about her being naked.
Right.
But I am going to say, I am going to turn on the stinky cam for our pals listening at home.
And how big are those?
38 double D,
yes,
all
they
natural.
Are. They're the most beautiful, all-natural boobs I've ever seen. I question that they're all natural, but she says they're all natural, Anthony.
She says they're natural.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And the last time we had Glorianne on the show, you walked around the block topless for us.
Yes, I did. We did the live radio right past the police officers, too.
Rick, I'm seeing her face behind a microphone. Move it to the side a little.
There you go. That's right. Well, the police didn't do anything because you're allowed to walk around topless in New York City.
Yeah, but there was even a female police officer there, so for sure I thought I'd be in trouble. I was like, oh, no.
Well, we got to come up with... You got it in?
Yeah.
You got the shot?
That's it.
You can lose the top now because now the listeners need to see.
Yeah, the listeners need to
that was easy.
Yeah, right?
So she's in town, Anthony.
Yeah.
She's not plugging anything. Your flight got delayed or whatever, and you said, "Hey, I gotta see my pals Opie and Anthony."
That's true.
We got to get her to do something out there.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think.
Will you do something for us today?
Sure.
Look at Rick. Yes.
As long as he comes with me.
Well, can we use your boobs for advertising or something?
Sure.
Yeah, we want to maybe send her out into Times Square. Let me see that picture. What the hell is that?
Hey, Rick, remember the sex basket we got? Yeah. Do they have anything that we can write? Do they have any of that writing stuff?
Yeah, I think we got some stuff we can pick from.
Yeah? Can we put an advertisement on your boobs and have you walk a few blocks?
Sure, we can have it be a very mountainous billboard.
Yes, a Boob-Board.
There you go.
Yeah, a Boob-Board.
Yeah, I think we could use some advertising here in New York City. So.
That's what we figured, so maybe...
the company's not going to put us on any billboards. They put us on one just to impress us and kiss our asses when we were re-signing with the company.
And you know something? In Times Square, where the billboard was, there's so many billboards, aren't there?
Yeah.
And so many lights, and it kind of gets confusing and maybe lost in the mix.
I think our wild billboard in Times Square, you're right, got lost.
Maybe got lost in the mix. But how many boob boards are there down in Times Square? I say none. None boob boards. So if we can maybe on your lovely breasts put an Opie and Anthony sign.
Sure.
Where to listen here in New York and what time.
Yeah.
Maybe make it, block it off to look like one of the stickers.
I love it, Anthony.
Do we got some paint?
And I don't have lights, but I have blonde hair, which people notice.
They certainly do.
Yeah.
I would go as far to say people notice you walking down the street a lot.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I bet you turn a lot of heads, do you?
Well,
Jimmy Norton, what do you think?
Very pretty gal.
Oh, hi, Jimmy. How are you doing there? Hey, I was
She's
just
got
can't wait
two
to be
Jimmy
here.
Norton heads in her on her chest there.
I want to come here next time on Wednesday because I want to participate. I want to be one of the Whip 'em Out Wednesday calls.
Did you hear? We call it Whip 'em Out Whenever now.
That's right.
Oh,
It's wow, Whip 'em Out Whenever.
It's wow, whenever.
You don't believe? Look at the back of the shirt.
Not just for Wednesday.
Not just for Wednesday.
I came here the last time. I didn't know that, and I had on your T-shirt, and everyone was going, "Oh man, I wish it was Wednesday." I'm like, "But it's Friday. Isn't that better in New York City?"
Oh wow, wow, Whip 'em Out Whenever.
It really is Whip 'em Out Whenever. Matter of fact, you could lose the top for the internet for us.
Okay, sure.
Oh, there we go.
And
so
we
have no rules.
Well, we got to study the boobs to see how we're going to do this.
How we can put the sign up.
Oh,
Or
so you are eager to see.
Oh, look, it's just popping out, ain't it?
It's a lovable bra, and it has like 3 things.
That bra is ridiculous,
It
man.
can't even hold them in. They're so wonderful.
Wow.
You're real.
Those are amazing.
Wow. Okay.
I feel we have to applaud.
Yeah. I'm openly weeping right now, Anthony.
Openly weeping.
Yes. I think we could get a nice little sign right there. We don't want to cover up that part, so we'll go a little above, right there, right on the, right where you would do the TF.
Wait, right there? I'm thinking splashed across both of them. Grandma's delicious mystery appetizer.
You know, Anthony, we're not that important.
Yeah?
We're not that important to cover up the loveliness of that.
What are we going to use?
We're going to, do we have something, Rick? Well, let's hurry up because we got to get her out there to advertise the show immediately.
If we don't have anything like that, perhaps we could get a scissor and a wow sticker, cut the letters out strategically, and just pop them on.
Oh, yeah, you know what you could do?
I don't like the whole sticker, though.
What about your bumper sticker? Just cut it up, go W-O-W.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but just the letters.
Yeah.
What, Opie? Yes, Opie, yes.
Oh, my
yes.
God. Everyone's insane. Those 2 things they can't be covered up at all with anything.
You don't think?
No, look at that.
I know, I understand.
Hey, let's face the facts. Who cares if our names are on there? We want to share this with our listeners out there.
I just hope I don't get a chest cold.
Ho, ho, ho. She can make as many wacky jokes as she wants. Just do this. Bravo.
I mean, I wouldn't even mind if she just put the WOW sticker right above him and then started walking in.
Yeah.
I don't think it would matter if she put the WOW sticker at the bottom of her feet. Nobody are going to be looking at that stupid sticker. They're going to be looking at those.
No, but this is to serve a purpose, Opie. It's for advertising.
Why is Bob the cop raining on our parade? Bob the cop, what's wrong?
What's up, Bob? It's against the law.
No, it isn't.
What's against?
She's allowed to walk around in the street as long as she's not profiting or anyone benefiting from it.
Oh, boy.
She can wear whatever she wants.
She can wear whatever she wants, but you can't advertise or do what you want, guys. I'm just trying to look out for her.
Wait, I'm talking, if the most intimate of that area on the breastises are covered.
If that's covered, then it's fine.
That's why I was kind of thinking.
So we just have to cover up those?
Yeah.
Just this.
Right.
Because any kind of money, I know nobody's looking to make money off of this, but any way to promote or advertise or, for anybody to benefit off of it, with publicity or anything.
Well, the guys are definitely going to benefit by getting to look.
Right, see?
But if you do have to cover them, I'd be very happy to walk backwards and use my mouth.
All right, Bob. How about this?
What a gentleman. How gracious of you to offer.
This beautiful woman, Gloria Ann, she walks down the street topless, probably down Broadway, Anthony?
Right down Broadway into
right.
Times Square.
And two guys just happen to be walking, one on her right side and one on her left side, wearing Opie and Anthony WOW T-shirts.
That would be fine.
Of course it would.
Well, tell me where she's going to be walking so I can check it out.
Right down Broadway, my friend.
Your name's Bob?
All right, good luck.
All right, thank you.
You got it.
We got two guys around with WOW shirts. Yeah,
I think we'll find them.
Let's get it done. Loophole, Anthony. Loophole. Loophole. We're the kings of the loophole.
Right. Earl. Look at Earl.
Earl, the first time he's been in the studio.
It's the first time he's come in here because you are a pisser, Earl.
This is what I was trying to tell you off the air.
Earl has not been in here. He has made a conscious decision to disassociate himself from this show. Yet, when we have the lovely Gloria Ann in here without her top on, Earl decides he wants to come in.
I told Earl, you have to take the good with the bad. Earl, why did you have to run into the studio
what
with
did you
Gloria
need
Ann in here naked?
Earl, just please tell us what you were doing in here.
I got a call maybe 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Asking about a giveaway. I checked the folder. And I got the folder. I asked Ben to go outside of the studio to give me the folder.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Once I gave it back, he refused to come back out.
How urgent is this? That could it wait until we went into our next commercial break?
I went back to the break.
We love you, Earl. We love you.
Did you see that awful little wave he gave her when he came in? That little Tommy Lee Jones?
Hello.
Just waving the two middle fingers like, hello, on the one hand, hey, hello. All right, well, we're going to figure it out with Gloria Ann, but we're on 57th and 7th, and can you walk a few blocks on Broadway today?
Sure, absolutely.
Is it still raining? We're going to have to get an umbrella
I
for
have
you?
my Tigger umbrella.
Oh, very nice. Let me tell you something, man.
The TI for Tigger came out. I was like, we're going to have to dump out. I thought she was going for the other word.
Gloria Ann could easily be the hottest girl that has ever appeared on our show.
And you know what? I'm doing a movie coming up where I have to worry about getting tongued by a big Komodo dragon.
Stop.
Yeah.
What movie is that?
It's called The Curse of the Komodo Dragon.
Let me see that. Are you going to
We're shooting it in Hawaii, and we have to,
will you be topless throughout the whole movie?
Parts of it, yeah, especially when I'm, running. Which, see, I can do because my breasts are all natural. It's a little good.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Is this producer's name really Hugh Janus? I swear. It's Hugh, H-U-G-H, and then his last name is J-A-N-U-S. Hugh Janus.
But actually, it's it's a regular movie. I'll be on one of the TV channels. It is.
That's classic. Your breasts are natural and real? They're perfect. I've never
Have
seen
you ever
breasts
seen
like that.
boobs like that before, Jim?
No, and I'm not a breast freak either, but those are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
They really are amazing. 38 double Ds, Jim. 5'8", 120, you said?
28,
128.
Mm-hmm.
Vietnam, 1971. This is the Curse of the Komodo, Opie. America's on the verge of losing its first war. In the jungles of the Amazon, one young scientist has developed a new biological weapon to turn the tide, turning small Komodo dragons into a giant, unstoppable army. But when the control becomes impossible, there's no choice but to destroy them all. Now, 30 years later, that same scientist returns to the Amazon with a small crew only to discover that destroying the Komodos is not as easy as it seems. If they are to survive, they must accomplish what an entire army could not. It sounds to me like Jurassic Park with your lovely breasts.
Exactly.
And what's the part you play?
I play a scientist.
You play a scientist.
Even better, I'm an environmental scientist. I'm a naturalist, so I go around topless, doing plant readings.
Do you remember any of your scientific lines in the movie?
I'm just getting the script on Thursday. We're filming it in 2 weeks.
I want to hear her say some of these lines. Well, you'll have to call the show after you learned your lines, okay?
Sure.
Rick, we learned that she can't have any writing on her body or the cops will arrest her. So we're going with Plan B.
Because I like being handcuffed, but I don't want to have to go to jail. So
she's gonna, Rick. She's gonna walk down Broadway topless, and we need to find 2 guys with WOW T-shirts that'll just kind of escort her as she goes.
This isn't you, Glorianne, from the movie, is it?
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Oh, that's right. That was from that Planet of the Apes porno.
Playmates of the Apes.
Playmates of the Apes.
Right.
Yeah, I just saw Darian Kane. She's one of the stars of that last
Oh,
weekend.
you did?
Yeah, we were going to do a photo shoot together, but it
wow,
didn't work
that would
out.
be pretty hot.
What are those pictures from movies? You were in movies?
Oh, yeah.
And what's your website, Glorianne?
Gloryanne.com. That's www.glorianne.com.
Wow.
Except it's being totally revamped, so it won't be up until next Monday again.
What I love about her, she looks so innocent.
Yes. She looks like the country girl.
You really do.
I am the country girl.
You look like Ellie Mae.
Ellie Mae?
Ellie Mae Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies.
She's a country girl. We should paint her up,
See,
make her look like a cow. We've all seen
Really?
We've seen. Have you seen that picture on the internet?
What, of a girl that's painted like a cow?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Really?
I have Guernsey cowboy boots.
Yeah?
How old were you here?
Oh, I didn't mean to bring that. That's when I was 13.
All right, let's see. Actually, they're just model
I started
shots.
modeling when I was 13 years old.
You did you?
Yeah, but the funny thing, I'm the ugliest person in my family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everyone in my family is models. I'm like the embarrassment of the family. I'm serious.
Yeah, sure. Like Marilyn was at the Munsters house. Oh, we're a little ashamed of Marilyn with those looks of hers.
No, really. I think that's why people always think I'm so nice because, growing up, I had to rely on my personality because I was ugly.
Get out of here. Just stop it. There's no way.
No,
you had to rely on your
everyone in my family's
personality.
been professional models. I'm like the least successful model in my family.
When you say professional models, like stuff we've seen?
Yeah, like my grandmother was a model, my aunt was a model.
Hubba. What did your grandmother do? 23 skidoo.
Oh, my grandma was in a lot of the movies in Hollywood as like one of the dancers, and yeah, she was gorgeous. She was still winning
the old Follies.
Well, she wasn't one of the Folly girls, but...
Was she in vaudeville?
I remember seeing her grandmother in vaudeville. That's it.
No,
Pete
but
Johnson
my grandmother
says.
looked a lot like Lana Turner, except she was 5'10", so she was taller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got to get her out on the street, man, to advertise for the show.
Yeah, please. That'd be great.
It's boob advertising on the Opie and Anthony show today.
A Boob-Board.
So we got 2 volunteers that have WOW shirts that could escort her down Broadway? We'll figure it out, Anthony.
Anyone?
All right. Glorianne in studio. You'll take a little walk so we can do a little radio.
Yeah.
And then you come back and hang some more, all right?
Okay, sure.
So Glorianne will be walking down Broadway completely topless, Anthony.
Yes. All she's wearing is those jeans, right? You got your boots on.
And she's got a little umbrella,
nice.
and we'll get 2 guys to escort her down the street. Steve from FoundYourMusic.com will definitely shoot some video. And Anthony, you got a free shot to Stinky Cam. Because there's a guy in D.C. going, dude, keep her on the Stinky Cam for 10 more minutes. I'm 10 minutes from home.
Okay. We got to fix some of the lighting. Rick, get that light right off of it because it's causing a glare.
Yeah, let's get a perfect shot of Glorianne topless for the Stinky Cam before we head out onto the streets.
All right.
We're going to start at 56 and Broadway, by the way.
There you go. That is probably A very good shot.
Well, her hair is stuck in the headphones, Anthony.
Yeah.
All right,
yes.
get all sexy there, Gloria.
Get all sexied up.
Here we go. We're taking a shot for the Stinky Kane. And, oh, yeah, she's doing the finger pose, Anthony.
Let me see how that works.
My favorite pose from Gloria Ann.
Yeah.
GloriaAnn.com.
I think
That's Glory with an I.
I think the Stinky Cam exploded.
Oh, boy.
No, that ain't it. Hold on.
Oh, boy.
Let's get another.
Wait, you got to put the... Yeah, do that.
Yeah, just stay just like that. You bastards. Yeah, like I could tell the listeners. Could you not check out the picture for a second? Let me try again.
All right, we're trying.
She just hold that pose, because I think that one might have taken.
Hold that pose?
Even that one's a good one, if it didn't. But there you go, and stop.
All right. Go to the Stinky Cam to see Gloria Ann topless.
Wow. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, my God. She just ripped the shirt off, and now she is completely topless.
And she is ready to take her walk down Broadway to advertise for the show. Look at Pete Johnson, everyone.
Ah, yay, I remember her grandmother in vaudeville.
Hey, Pete, get in here.
Pete Johnson
Look
is
at
our
Pete. Get out
crack
of there.
engineer. He's a great engineer. He runs this ship.
He ran.
I had to run. I don't want to get goo on the microphones.
All right, Ann. So 56 and Broadway, she'll start her walk as she advertises for the Opie and Anthony show today.
Right.
All right, quick break, and we'll come back. We'll talk about the HBO special.
Yeah.
Got to talk about Robert Blake.
Oh, what a dick.
Yeah, he was supposed to be at the Chiller convention, but obviously he was not available.
Oh, he was? Signing autographs?
Yeah, a girlfriend of mine, Amber Newman, had just been filming a movie, like right down the block from there. And that
Really?
Yeah.
Look how she poses when she just stands.
Perfect poses.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll see you guys.
All right. Jesus, you're so hot, man. You're ridiculously hot, and she knows it. All right. We'll take a break.
You're not going to be too chilly out there, are you? Oh.
That's right.
That is what people are just going to literally crap themselves.
Yes.
As they walk down the sidewalk, you're going to literally see people crapping themselves.
You tell me this isn't one of the hottest blondes you've ever seen in your life. We share with our listeners. She'll be at 56 and Broadway, and she's going to walk down Broadway for a few blocks. We want to try to get her all the way to Times Square. I don't know if it's going to happen, Anthony.
Let's see. We'll see.
All right, and there's a picture up on the Stinky Cam. So stay there. We'll continue.
It's the Opie and Anthony show.
I'll say what I want to say. No one else can get away with talking away with. Nobody in the world can get away with talking away with.
Wait a minute, Rick.
Now you're going to bleep me.
You ill-mannered sack of crap.
The Opie and Anthony show.
Whoa, hey, look at that, Anthony. Whoa, hey. The show has come to a complete stop. We're back with the Opie and Anthony show. It's going to kill us, but we're going to kick Gloria Ann out of the studio, Anthony. Yeah. She's heading down to the streets of New York. Every time she visits our radio show, we have her take a little walk around the streets so we can share with our listeners, right?
Yes. This time we're being a little selfish. We're going to have a couple of guys with the Opie and Anthony Wow T-shirts on, flanking her. Blanking the living crap out of her.
Her and her 38 double Ds.
Tommy on Instant Feedback says, that chick is goddamn ridiculously hot.
Yeah, we got a picture up on the Stinky Cam. We froze one of the pictures.
Yeah.
We can't get instant feedback. We can't do anything to this show because you guys just crashed our internet system, but that's okay.
Completely.
As long as you're enjoying the photo that's up there.
Yeah.
I suggest you go out like that so you don't catch a cold.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
No, I like the whole top, dude.
Just completely
Come on.
topless?
What, are you insane?
Well, I mean, the boobs are completely,
The naked, naked is naked.
All right.
See shoulders, the hair coming down, the whole midriff part completely bare.
Deal.
You insane?
Well, we're going to check in with Rick and Steve from FoundYourMusic.com. Gloria Ann, we got to say goodbye to you.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys.
But you'll come back after your walk and we'll talk to you some more.
Yeah.
Okay? But we got to do like radio and stuff now.
Okay,
Playtime is over for us. We just sacrificed bad radio so we could take a look at you naked. Yeah. But she's going to be at 56 and Broadway starting her walk downtown toward Times Square. We'll see how far she gets, all right?
And here I go.
All right, there she goes, all lovely and stuff from Kansas.
There she goes. Look at her. Walking out the door. And she comes back. Norton's gotten her 4 times, I think, so far. 4 times.
All right.
Well,
Well,
I can't even look at her. She's too hot. It depresses me.
she's ridiculously
They're
hot.
so heavy and perfect, and you know she's from the Midwest. And
38 double D's, perfect. Perfect
and
natural
so
boobs.
slim. I mean, you know, usually
Slim.
38 D's are attached to a monster.
We just keep talking about the boobs, but I mean the whole package. The hair,
The package. She's
the
got a
tiny
very
little waist,
yeah.
the
She's
nice,
got thin waist.
gorgeous butt.
She's the type of girl you look at on the internet and just bite your arm because you can't get her. Because you're such a loser.
She looks like the
so
kind of girl
hot.
that could be on the hay bales in the barn
Oh,
with the hay seed thing stem coming out of her mouth.
something that resembles that going into it.
It's just laying there.
And she pours the big, what are they called? The milk jug?
Yeah, those big milk things just pours
No,
all over.
I mean you milk the cows into a what, Anthony? Into a what?
pail.
A pail?
A
Okay,
bucket.
sure. So then you got the cow milk, and she's just dumping it all over her body.
That's
That's
good.
nice. Mucus and cow pus all over. That kills the fantasy.
And you grab an axe from the wall and just hack her up.
I was in PAX across the street buying my lunch.
Yeah.
And there's a really old lady. She's probably 80, asking how much the coffee was.
How much is the coffee?
Exactly. The little walker and those awful, like, flesh-colored stockings that are all crumpled.
She'd bring out the little change purse to pay for it with the little clip thing on top. Open it up, jingle, jingle.
I didn't look that close because the smell of tinkle.
Yeah.
Awful. And normally that would make me want to ask for a phone number.
Yeah.
But on her, it was an atrocious odor.
Poor old people, man.
That poor old people. Get out of there and shower
Christ.
before you walk into an eatery, you old bag.
I don't know what it is, because I was in the movies a while back, and I'm walking out the aisle, and you know me, I like being left alone. I don't want to know from nothing. If I go to the movies, I want to walk in, I want to sit down and watch a movie, I want to walk out. That's it. This old woman's like clogging up the aisle. She's in a wheelchair. She's clogging up the whole aisle. I'm standing there waiting to get out. So I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out how to get around her. She goes, "Excuse me, sir, could you push me out of the theater, please?" Now, what am I going to do, right?
I want to F off and say no. Have some chutzpah.
I know. What am I? I can't be a scumbag all the time. You know where your face is positioned as you push a wheelchair?
Right
In a vertical line with her butt and her back. I'm hovering above her shoulders, as you push a wheelchair, and the aromas, the gentle wafting fragrances are coming up from the back of the chair. It was crap. And it was the other stuff. Number 1 and number 2, let's say. Number 1 and number 2, a parfait.
So there you are with a nice fat rod.
Hey, I can push the chair without my hands after that one.
You know what was great, though, is the old lady was standing there stinking, and this young, hot girl noticed that the old lady's shoes were untied. I said, I just noticed that your shoe's untied. Would you mind if I tied it?
Oh, no, so she had to get right down there.
She got right down there and tied her shoe.
The heavy aromas just sinking down to shoe level. And she has to...
It would have been really nice if the young girl had noticed on me that my mule was full of office drainage.
Jesus. What happens is their adult diaper gets all wet. And that's what it is. There's no one like a baby. If a baby gets wet, mommy or daddy's there to throw him on the changing table and change. Would that be a pisser? You walk into a men's room, you see Grandpa up on the table getting his diaper changed.
There is a big difference, though, because when you're a baby, someone will change you and put a little powder on your bum.
Yeah, kind of freshen it up.
When you're that age, you just got to sit in it until 2 young Spanish guys punch you in the face and take your purse.
Billy, what's going on?
Off.
Hey, Billy, hold on 1 second. We'll go to Billy. He wants to talk about the HBO special.
You gotta go all the way down here? Yeah. Hello?
Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
We already have a caravan of about 50 guys following us.
Oh, really? They enjoy the view.
This has just got bad vibes and bad things over.
Shut up and get walking.
We're walking.
Yeah, she's got to advertise the Opie and Anthony show. We need some advertising in New York here.
Who's flanking the lovely girl?
Steve and I.
Steve and you, and you're wearing your WOW shirts?
We got our WOW shirts on, and we've got Glory Ann, and
what
we got
kind
about 50 deviants following us down the street.
Well, what kind of reaction are you getting from the people that are just kind of glancing over?
People are just
like these two guys in a van over here, just pulling over. We got cars pulling over all over the place. People just standing out there watching.
Oh, no, this is deja vu.
They love boobage.
This is deja vu.
Who doesn't love it? And you know something? This ain't no slob boobs we're giving you here today.
Yeah, we're giving
These
you
are
the best.
prime grade A cans.
That's right. She's not doing anything lewd, right?
Not yet.
She's just no, don't have her do anything lewd.
No, I mean not at all. She's never going to do anything lewd.
She's just going for a little walk.
Of course.
On a Monday afternoon in New York City.
Nate from Cleveland must have seen her picture because he writes, she is the single most effable effing chick I've ever seen.
Yeah. All right. We'll check back in a few minutes, guys.
All right, you're on Broadway right now?
Yeah, we're just coming up to 53rd Street.
53rd and Broadway.
Oh, look at that, making their way down the Great White Way.
Hey, Rick,
Yep.
are you going to try to make it to Times Square?
We're going to go to Times Square. That's the goal.
All right, cool.
A lot of
Right.
tourists
All
in Times Square.
Thanks, Rick.
We'll check back in a bit. Bye.
All right, let's take bets. I say he gets arrested on 45th and Broadway.
You're saying 45th and Broadway? I'm saying they got to kind of get down into Times Square. When they first start hitting the cops that are just stationed there, that walk the beats in Times Square, and where does that start? Around 40? Is it 50? No, I think it's around 45th.
That's why I said 45th. I'm thinking outskirt. Ben says 46.
Opie, I'm going with you. I like 45th. Although, you know what? I'm going to do the Price is Right screw move on you and go 46th.
Well, that's
I'm
what
going
Ben's
one
got.
more up. Okay, then I'll go the screw move down.
44?
44th.
I said 43rd.
What? You bastard!
Yeah, I'm going to undercut it.
43rd?
Are we going with closest?
I go 43rd.
I'm going with Battery Park. Screw you all. 40.
I'm going Statue of Liberty.
I'm going Brooklyn.
I'm going Jersey City.
I'm going Hoboken.
Let's get crazy. The South Pole.
Oh, I was going to go to Maryland, but you got me beef.
Oh, boy. Pat, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Pat.
Listen, she came out on Broadway.
Yeah.
There was a cop station on the corner of Broadway. There's another cop station on the corner of 55th. They're trailing behind her a half a block in the patrol cars.
All right.
So we got 3 cars already following Gloriana. She takes her lovely walk down Broadway today.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Pat.
Later, guys.
Bye. All right.
What do you think? You really think they're going to get her
I don't know if they're
trouble?
going to arrest her because she's not doing anything lewd.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They might say, look, put the top. There's a difference. With the Voyeur bus, it was a bus. There was a traffic thing. It was president was in town. With this, it might just be, look, put your shirt on or we're going to arrest you.
Yeah.
Put the shirt on.
They might think it's a terrorist attack or something.
Ooh. Oh, really? They are wonderful to look at. What's the problem
Can you
with
imagine
people?
the weight of those? Like, ooh, those are heavy and lovely.
Yeah, right? You just get a little buoyancy check on them.
You're rolling around in the barn naked, those jeans.
All right, Rick is checking back in. Let's see what's going on.
All right, let's speak with Rick.
All right, Rick?
Yo.
What's going on, Rick?
We're coming up to 50th Street.
50th and Broadway?
And people are pulling their trucks over, waving the stickers. We're getting a good response, I think.
Of course. A lot of people being turned on to the Opie and Anthony show.
That's right. We need to advertise again.
That's what it's all about.
For this radio show.
So we're coming to a group of guys right here.
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Glorianne.
They're liking Glorianne, Rick?
Yes, they do.
And
we are...
Steve is filming for the website.
Yes.
Hey,
you can hear traffic is following us.
Hey, Rick?
Yeah.
For old time's sake, could you just repeat after me?
Yeah.
This is legal, isn't it?
Oh, it better freaking be.
Just in case, Rick.
Do it again, Rick.
This is legal, isn't it? We have a lot of cameras. Oh, sir, how are you? You haven't seen boobs like that in 50 years. Garrett's an awesome Garrett.
Our Garrett's an awesome Garrett, he says.
Very good. All right, we don't have to turn that guy onto the show. He already knows it.
No, but he's already with us.
Hey, Rick.
You wouldn't believe all the people just pulling their cars over and running through traffic.
Ah.
And,
which is safe.
Now, how many people are following you at this point?
At least about 75 to 80 at this point.
Rick's like the Pied Piper.
Right.
Yeah.
The Pied Piper of boobdom.
Are you and Gloria expecting a child?
Isn't it? No. It's not that close.
All right, so far so good, right?
So far, so good.
And
We're
you're
just crossing in front of Caroline's Comedy Club on 50th.
50th and Broadway.
We're coming up
Okay.
to Times Square.
Times Square, here we go. Okay.
And are you getting a lot of looks?
We're getting a lot of leering. It's not looking. It's called leering.
Yes. Has anybody, especially like old nasty women, given a very nasty look, like they're pissed about it?
So far, the only person over 50 that we've seen have been men, and they've just been in awe of the size of the cans that are walking past them.
Yeah. Do you see any cops about a block behind you?
Do I?
Yeah.
Well, there was some earlier. Yeah, why?
I'm just asking. I'm making sure everything's okay.
Everything is cool.
Opie, is this part of the art you spoke so eloquently about on the Bill O'Reilly show on Fox?
An artist wants his work out there, Anthony.
His work to be out there.
An artist needs the public to see his work. Yes.
This is no different than if you had a Picasso in your hands.
That's
and
right.
Walked down Times Square, perhaps a sculpture.
That's right.
Or something. Right, I understand. They're just beautiful boobs.
Rick, where are you now?
Let's see, we're coming up to 48th Street. We're still about a good 4 blocks from Times Square, the main area.
You think you're going to make it to 45th?
What was that sound I heard?
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
No.
I heard car horns beeping.
Car horns are beeping. One guy wants to just shake her hand.
All right.
Don't let the disgusting people touch her.
All right, we might have some trouble tomorrow.
What street are you at?
We're at 48.
Wait, what did you just say?
You might have what?
Some activity.
What do you mean by that?
You know.
What?
The buzz.
Damn it, you gotta go a few more streets.
We're trying. We're stuck in a light, though.
Get to 45.
44.
45.
45. Right. 44 is the goal.
No, 45.
44.
I'll give you half, Rick. 45.
44. We can do 44.
Get to 45 at least.
Go as low as you can.
Stop at 45th and just kind of hang out.
All right, you got it.
All right. Well, check in a little bit.
You got it.
Stop at 44th and break out the dildo.
No.
I have to change to 47th, by the way.
Oh, screw you.
You can't change.
No, because now it's in game.
No,
of course you could change earlier.
you can't change.
We are not accepting your
He's
change.
not walking to 43rd. No one told me that.
No, he's going as far as he can.
He's going to try to go all the way to 47.
Okay. We are not accepting your change.
If he because you said he's only trying to go to
Charlie Changer over here, Opie. He wants to change.
Let's
Sure, wait till the horses bust out of the gate and go to the window and go, oh, the race ain't over. I want to change my bet in the backstretch.
You're right, I stink.
Let's go to Pat. Pat, what's up?
Hey, guys, listen, I just pulled in 48th Street. The cops are circling the block around her at this point.
Oh, I don't think so.
They are, yeah. Just like sharks.
Enjoying the scene.
That's right. And she's just taking a nice little walk.
Beautiful girl in Times Square. That's all, Steve. That's all it's all about.
Steve is checking out the scanner. Steve.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, listen. They didn't want to call. They didn't want to add to the nuisance. Okay.
All right.
But they're waiting for. That's what they want to get you at. They just want to cause a nuisance. They get more cars like that honking.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to try and get you at. So you can cover it up or something. But they're looking for a nuisance.
Oh, there's no nuisance. You're a nuisance, Steve.
That's right, Steve.
You fuddy-duddy.
You.
Phil fuddy-duddy.
You know what? Party pooper.
Don't be such a stick in the mud.
Right.
You put on the lotion, boy.
All right,
Randy Kane.
That guy.
Thank you, Steve.
Randy Kane.
Thank you, Steve.
Well, I don't see Rick on the line, so I guess everything's fine.
Yeah, Rick would have called, right?
Although his last transmission was something like, I think there's trouble here.
I think there's some.
Then he used the 70s term, the fuzz.
The fuzz.
Okay. Who called? Yo, honky. I think the fuzz am coming.
Hey, Rick's checking back in.
Rick, what's up?
Hey, Rick.
Hello, fellas. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
We're doing well. We're going to 46th Street.
Yeah. And?
It's amazing the cooperation that we have received to this point.
All right, 46 and Broadway.
Yeah, 46 and Broadway. There seems to be a lot of traffic around here for some reason.
Well, it's Times Square. It's the crossroads of the world, they call it.
I can't figure that part out, but...
It's Times Square. It's 5 o'clock. Of course there's going to be cars out there.
And you know what? I forgot there's a lot of tourists in this area.
Right.
That's right.
Are they snapping a lot of pictures?
Oh, yeah, cameras are going off like crazy. I guess because of all these billboards, all the brand new billboards they have here in Times Square.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing.
Isn't that great?
All right, Rick, Tom is saying that the president is in town today.
And Tom is full of S.
All right, are you past 46th Street?
I'm trying. I don't see a street sign, but I think we're at like 46 right now.
Keep going.
Keep going.
We're right in front of the barcode.
All right, keep going. Ben's
Yeah,
out.
and
Ben's
we're just walking, have a leisurely stroll. It kind of warmed up today, which is nice.
Right. Now,
especially for Glory Ann.
How far are you going to go, Rick, before you have to turn around and make it back to 56th and Broadway?
I think we're going to go down to like 44.
No, see, you got to go lower. 42nd.
Go to 42nd.
Yeah,
Want to go to 42nd?
42nd Street.
42nd is the famous street.
Famous street in
that we
Times
all
Square.
know and love from the old days before.
All right.
Before they cleaned it up.
Yeah, exactly. There's a tremendous amount of ladies who seem to be
enjoying,
taken by Glory Ann's gifts.
Yeah, all right.
Rick, how is she? Is she completely topless?
She is, yes, completely topless.
And she has her umbrella?
I have her umbrella because it's not raining.
Oh, I thought maybe she was holding it like a little parasol.
Ooh, did you want her to hold the umbrella?
That's a great idea.
That could be hot.
That could be very hot.
All right, here.
And Steve
Glory
is...
Ann, open your umbrella and hold it. It's a little Tigger umbrella. She's a very big fan of Disney.
And Steve is filling this for FoundryMusic.com, Anthony.
Right. Yes, he is.
All right.
Look at all the people. Times Square gets busy.
Yeah, well, it's
of course
that
it
time
does.
of the day.
Of course it does.
And I think there's a few listeners here, too.
What time does TRL start?
It's over, right?
It just finished.
Yeah, I think
damn it.
ended, unfortunately.
Well, that would have been a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
For MTV.
Well, we're coming up to 45 right now.
Ooh, 45.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, you're out. Ben's out. All right, why don't you hang out on 45th for a while?
No. Keep walking, Rick. We must keep walking.
We're going to keep walking.
There must be something to check out on 45th, no?
Nothing.
Nothing
44th is where all the action is.
What do you see around 45th Street there, Rick?
Well, what I see coming up on 45th is nothing compared to what I see on 44th, which is the big ABC Studios.
ABC Studios. I believe their 5 o'clock newscast.
Yeah,
yes, it's coming up very soon.
But I don't think they do anything from that.
They don't, do they?
I don't know. I don't think so.
And you know what else is on 43rd?
What?
Town Hall.
Jim, you already did that show, you tool.
That's right, dude.
Are you plugging for next year?
All right, Rick.
All right. Well, we're going to keep walking. The cameras are... you would think there's a rock star or something around here with all the way the cameras are going on.
I bet.
And our WOW shirts are close to Glory Ann, so they can't help but get a shot of our T-shirts, right?
Right.
This is perfect advertising for the Opie and Anthony show, Anthony.
I'm looking at one of the live cams that are all over Times Square on the web.
Yeah.
I cannot quite tell which intersection this is.
Well, you tell me what intersection you want me to go to where there's a live cam.
I know there's
we'll find it.
There's
That does look like 7th. Yes.
Someone will help us out with the live cams, Rick.
Oh, look at there's a police car.
There's a few police cars in the area.
All right, let's move this way. We're crossing the street. We're closing in on the goal of 44, so we're going to bypass that pretty quick.
All right.
And again, ABC Studios. Wow. It should be great.
Hey, why don't you guys stroll into
Hey, there's a homeless guy. Tell me off for $1. Would you like a homeless, a topless woman to tell you off, sir? Come here, Gloria.
Yeah, this is the guy that you can pay him $1 in Times Square.
What's your name?
Yeah. Tell him off.
Miller? Billy. Billy has a sign that says, tell me off for $1. Would you mind if she did it free but topless? Yeah. It's cool?
Free? Give the goddamn guy $1.
$1, you cheapskate.
I'm from Kansas. She has nothing mean to say from Kansas.
All right, well,
then compliment him.
Well, at least compliment him.
Yeah, give the guy something. Hey, Rick, someone is suggesting that you stroll into the Virgin Megastore.
Excuse me?
Someone is suggesting you stroll into the Virgin Megastore.
You know what? That's a good idea.
All right.
Thanks so much. She can't think of anything mean to say, but check out those cans.
All right.
What's the occasion?
All right.
What's the occasion here? What is it?
We're just celebrating boobs, dude.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
That's you from Billy. Lord have mercy.
Rick, where are you right now? Are you anywhere near the NASDAQ building?
Let's see. We got live cameras in front of ABC. We're walking right now.
Oh, live cameras? What?
Yeah, live cameras, ABC.
Do it.
We're getting info from other sources telling us to run over.
Oh, my God. Is it on?
Yeah, we got ABC on.
Where is that? Where's that shot?
I don't think they do their news from that studio, though, man.
No?
No. Unless maybe they're right in Times Square or something. They're going to a fatal fire story.
Damn it.
Damn.
All right, Rick, hold on. Someone wants to say something to us here. Let's go to John. Hey, John, what's up, bro?
Hey, I saw the naked chick, and, I didn't see any O&A stuff, but I knew you guys were responsible.
Oh, cool.
You're making the pedestrians of Midtown very effing happy right now.
Of course. Who doesn't want to see this?
Old ladies are smiling.
Well, this is our Boob-Board. We're trying to advertise our stupid radio show.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
We're starting to realize that we need a little help in New York.
Help.
Here's our first effort at getting the word of the show out there. Let's go to Chris. Chris, you're on Opie and Anthony. What's up? Chris? Hey.
What's up?
Hey, bro.
Just seen them on Earth Cam, man. They were on there, 45th and Broadway, 2 minutes ago. I seen Rick standing there talking to you guys. And I've seen Gloria Ann.
So he made Earth Cam?
Yeah.
They were on there.
Nice.
I was on Earth Cam and I saw a shot where everyone was looking in one direction with smiles on their faces.
All right, cool.
So you can tell what they're looking at.
All right, Chris, thank you.
All right, guys, take care.
Let's go back to Rick. Rick.
Guys.
Where are you?
We are in front of ABC Studios. There's a camera guy out here. I don't know if he's for ABC, but it's a real camera, and he loves the footage he's getting.
I bet he does. Did you inform him where the girl is from?
He hasn't bothered to ask. He's just looking.
Well, make sure the wild shirts are very close to Gloria.
Believe me, I've got mine predominantly displayed right next to her right boob.
Very nice.
All right, Rick, hold on a second. We got a guy that works for Earth Cam. It's Phil. Phil, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, with Earth Cam, we were following you with the camera for a little while.
Oh, you were?
Street-level cameras are on 45th and Broadway by Lindy's. They're right under MTV.
45th is perfect, Anthony.
Yeah.
Perfect place to be, I told you. All right, thank you, Phil.
There's 2 cameras there. They switch back and forth.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll try to go back to 45th and Broadway.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Hey, Rick.
Should we go back to 45th?
No. On your way back, because you got to make it down to 42nd. And then on the return trip, make sure you go to 45th and Broadway. A lot of people are checking out the Earth Cam.
You got it.
All right?
All right, we'll call you back from 42nd.
All right, cool. Oh, are you going into the Virgin Megastore?
I think we already passed that, but we'll stop at ESPN Zone.
All right, cool. Well, call us back.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Beautiful. I've seen some of Gloria Ann's videos. John thinks she's hot.
Yeah, she's beyond
People
hot.
just, yeah.
Let's go to Paul. What's up, Paul?
Hey, I learned that you spell Kansas C-A-N-S-A-S.
Yes, you
Kansas. Very good.
Okay, boys.
All right, bye.
Take it easy.
All right. But you know what? We're gonna. What if we? All right, we're gonna break. If we have to, we'll cut into the commercials to get back to Rick. Okay?
All right. I'm sure the rest of the country's gonna love that.
And Robert Blake, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Hooker special on HBO.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about this fraud that is talking to dead people.
Oh, yeah, another guy that thinks he's John Edward.
Well, John Edward's a fraud, too.
Hey, stop it. I see it all the time. He talks to dead people.
We proved it the other day that he's a fraud.
Validate your relationships. Shut up.
Bonnie Lee Bakley, this guy talked to. I guess the show's on tonight at 10 on ABC. We got to get audio of this because he talks to a bunch of kind of like, I don't know, C-list celebrities. And the guy talked to Bonnie Lee Bakley and I guess didn't ask her, who killed her.
Who killed you?
Or if he did, she didn't know.
How about that?
So we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony show. Stay there.
Are you ready? Opie and Anthony are going to touch you where it's dirty.
Take it like a champ, okay?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Want to thank Philly once again. We got huge ratings in Philly today. Ridiculously huge. We've been broadcasting to Philly for almost a year now, Anthony.
Yeah, 10 months.
And the ratings came out today, and we went, literally through the roof.
Yes.
Ridiculously huge. So we want to thank you guys for supporting the show in Philly. We greatly appreciate that. Today in New York City, we got Rick. Because quite frankly, the Opie and Anthony show, we need a little help in New York. Just a little.
Yeah, I don't get it. But what the hell, maybe we got to push a little harder. Maybe we got to get out there a little bit. So what do people like, though?
Boobs, so we're doing the Boob-Board today.
Boob-Board.
Kind of like a billboard, but it's a Boob-Board.
Right.
We have Gloria Ann. This girl is ridiculously hot. We got a picture of her on the Stinky Cam, still frozen when she was in the studio. She went out on the streets with a couple guys. They got the WOW shirts on that have our names and the show and the station here in New York.
Yeah.
And in the middle is Gloria Ann, completely topless, just taking a stroll all the way down to Times Square and back with her huge 38 double D. She's 5'8", 128 pounds, blonde, absolutely gorgeous, tiny little waist, perfect butt.
People seem to be enjoying
gorgeous boobs. The hottest boobs I've ever seen, matter of fact, especially natural. And Rick is back on the line. Rick.
Yo.
What's going on?
How's it going, Rick?
Guys, as you said, we're out. We're meeting the people. We're pressing the flesh.
That's what you got to do. Press that flesh.
And it's amazing just how you talk about the troubling times in this country, all the racism. Well, those barriers have been knocked down by Gloria Ann and her luscious can.
Luscious breast.
Luscious.
Yes.
Everyone coming together, right?
One old gentleman with a cane nearly had a seizure and fell in the same shot when he saw these things.
Right.
His wife hit him. It was great.
Now, are people following you, Rick? Or
oh, of course.
Yeah.
We even had some teen girls run over and get a picture with her.
Hey, how about that?
It's like a celebrity.
Yeah.
And the guys with the WOW shirts are right next to her, right?
Yep, we're right here with our WOW shirts.
Where about are you?
We are now making our way back. We're just getting up to 47th. We did make it to 42nd during spots.
Okay.
But we didn't want to hang there too long because of the crowd and the certain presence of the police that were making their way over to disperse the crowd.
Fuzz, Rick? The fuzz?
Yeah, the
like
fuzz.
you said before?
Yeah, I think it's very smart to just keep moving.
Yeah, we're going to keep moving, and we're going to make our way back to the station. But we're going to go up 7th instead of Broadway this time to give other people who haven't had a chance to see.
Rick, you're effing it up because people are calling like crazy going, I can't wait to see Rick as he makes his the return trip up
right.
Broadway.
Oh, well then we're going to cross right now and go back to Broadway then.
Yeah, stay on Broadway.
Yeah, because a lot of people are already just waiting for you. You're going to walk up Broadway from 47th all the way to 56, right?
That is correct.
All right, cool. So Rick is making his way back to the station on Broadway with topless Gloria Ann.
We're picking it up back on Broadway, and it's just incredible the love and support that is coming out for WOW.
Of course. People love it.
Very nice.
Loving the program.
Yes.
Someone is calling going, I'm outside ESPN. Where are they?
Oh, we just walked past ESPN.
Yeah, they're a little further uptown now than there. All right, Rick, we'll check in a little bit.
You got it, guys.
Are you stopping in the Virgin Mega Store?
We tried to, but there were some people waiting at the door that didn't want to let us enter.
What's wrong with people?
Well,
how can they not enjoy that?
All the kids that may have been in there shopping for their favorite CDs.
Oh,
they wanted to protect them.
All right. Well, they're making their way up Broadway, Anthony. 47th and Broadway right now as they try to get to 56th Street. I hear Gloria Ann going high a lot in the back.
Yes. It's important for her to reach out to the guys, New York's finest.
Of course. New York's finest. Huh?
Really?
Yes.
All right, cool. Rick, we'll check in a little bit.
You got it.
Yes.
So hot.
Beeping away.
All right, let's go to Mark. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
I've been waiting for you guys to come here for so long, man. I come down to the city and work all the time, and I'm putting extra days down in the city just so I can hear you guys. I'm waiting and dying for you.
Now we are in Albany.
Thank God. I will spread the word as fast as I can. I've been calling up everybody I know. I got my roommates in here. I called my pops. I'm calling everybody.
Yeah, it's a weird situation with Albany because it's a brand new station. We put the station on the air today at 3, so no one knows that we're on in Albany at all. So it's going to have to be a word it's going to have to be a word of mouth thing as far as Albany goes.
Happy to hear you guys.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Take care.
Cool.
Bye, Angel.
Mark checking in from Albany, Anthony.
Angel.
So we should talk about the HBO special finally.
Yeah, this is
Billy.
Great. HBO rules.
Billy, you still there?
What's up, man?
Sorry to make you wait. What's going down, man?
Nothing, but you gotta admit, HBO rocks, man.
Dude, stop.
HBO kicks ass.
You like the hooker special that was on last night?
Oh, is that great, man? The best was the guy reaching for the balloon knot, you know?
Well, HBO knows how to do this stuff. They're pros at this. They have fooled people into believing that these are exposés and they're done with journalistic integrity.
Documentary
style.
Yeah,
this is nothing more than getting porno and lewd acts on television, and I love it. And you know something, HBO, they're allowed to show any of that. You know, they could show this stuff. Usually they don't show rated X movies. You can't see that on HBO, but you could catch the occasional boob and full frontal nudity in the movies they play on HBO. But this is a whole new level. This is hookers and Johns having sex. Mm-hmm. Real people, real down and dirty, filthy, smelly language.
It's Hunts Point, Anthony.
Hunts Point.
I said Hunts Point.
Hunt.
I want to go there. It's in the Bronx.
It's in the Bronx?
Yeah, I've hooked
Named
on
after a Michael Hunt. As a matter of fact, they called him Mike for short.
Well, that's Mike's town.
Right.
Good old Mike.
And the hookers there, apparently, they have been chased out of there. Well, they were chased to there.
From Manhattan.
From Manhattan. Because they're running rampant.
Problem? We might have a problem.
What?
Rick.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we got pulled over here. Hold on. We're trying to work things out. All right. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
What happened?
Oh.
What happened, Rick?
Well, that was close.
What happened, Rick?
We had a guy, a couple officers pull us over and tell us that they wanted to know if we saw a problem with what we were doing. And, of course, my response was, what are we doing? And that just didn't elicit the answer I guess he wanted. So,
all right.
She's had to cover up for now.
Okay.
And so we can make our way back. And he's just trying to, as he says, make sure we don't get taken in for anything.
What street are you on?
We are at 50th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go to 50th.
All right, so she now has her.
What did you asses have a bet when we were going to get picked up?
Yeah.
Oh, you dick. You dick. Who's getting punched in the face first? Yeah, Steve, who do you want to punch in the face first? Monty. And we're not two cuts of veal, Ope.
Mother and lick my front.
You jerks.
Come on. Well, I had 45th. Ben had 46th. Ann had 44, and Jim had 43rd.
Well, nobody wins.
All right.
Not yet.
Only the fine listeners of this radio program.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right, and Steve got great video.
He's got great video, and again, we appreciate the officers who came and told us that maybe it would be smarter not to proceed.
So they gave us a warning, and we respect that, I guess.
Yeah.
We have a good relationship with New York's finest.
Exactly.
All right, Rick.
And why
Thank you.
jeopardize that?
Yeah, of course. All right, Rick.
All right, guys, we'll see you in a few.
All right, cool.
Hey, could someone grab me a coffee?
You're such a dick. All right. I just realized we had a bet.
I know. Then they get mad.
Anyway, so the hooker special on HBO. Andy.
Yeah, so they do it under the guise of a documentary. But what we saw in this special was a lot of oral going on. A lot of oral by these hookers.
Who was the chick showing off her oral technique for about 30 to 40 seconds?
Yeah.
Car after car after car.
There was one girl at the end of the special.
Doing it as she's standing up.
Yeah, she was the one with she had little blonde curls or something on the front of her hair.
Like one of those bobblehead dolls you get at a hockey game.
Her head motion was so fast, it was like a woodpecker's head on a tree.
Hair.
Yeah, she had Shirley Temple hair. And they showed her in various situations. One, it was through a car window. Because they videotaped, I guess. They used a hidden camera. And they'd show these girls walking up to the cars. They'd fuzz out the license plate, but that's it. That's it. So if you saw a car, hey, that Nissan looks familiar with the little dent over there or something. It was pretty much giving these guys up.
With the My Kid's an Honor Student bumper sticker.
Right.
They showed one shot. It was a silhouette, just the black outline of the shadows, and you could see the junk in hand.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the whole montage they did of her technique.
Right.
And
she
they
looked
showed through the window, her head's just going...
She looked like she was a robin trying to get a worm out of the ground.
A worm out of the ground. Trying to pull that worm out of the ground.
Like trying to get one of those worms out of like a frozen ground, Anthony.
Yeah, and he's holding on for dear life.
Robin's got to eat.
Right.
Robin's got to eat.
And they showed her head bobbing up and down through the car window. Then they show her, the guy's leaning up against the brick wall. And she's like bent over kind of sideways.
Yeah.
A little sideways. Wham, 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 wham. Just going to town.
I think she's going to need a chiropractor.
Yeah, that could hurt her back.
100 Point is in Brooklyn, not the Bronx.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Hunts Point.
Hunts Point.
I thought that was Bronx.
How could you not know where the hookers are?
Here's the deal. I've always gotten them on the west side of New York. I've never ventured into the Bronx because I'm not as familiar with the Bronx real estate and where they are. I'm not saying I'm above it. I just don't know where they are.
Right.
So if somebody could tell me, I'd be forever grateful. My regular cruises around a car on the west side, and
your regular cruise.
The best part of the special last night.
Girl.
The best part of the special last night was the guy. I guess he was getting so worked up. Sounded like he was a big ass mother effer too.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the whole confrontation started off with, him how can I explain this?
It's kind of tough to explain what was going on.
Just being very macho to the hooker. And by the end of it, she had something going on with this guy where he's admitting everything.
Yeah. Things he wants to do
to other guys.
Other men. As she is doing things to him, manually and orally, she's doing things. He asked her to roll a condom onto her finger and then use that on him. And as she's doing that, he's yelling, "Oh, my God, I want to." And then he was talking about satisfy other men. He's using terminology.
Not other men. Her man.
Yeah.
Whether, who knows who her man is.
Oh, I want to suck on this, and I want to touch and, jumble these around. And he's getting into graphic detail.
Hustle
that little thing. Give a little tickle to that. Right. A little rub and a tug here.
Give a little nuzzle here.
A little nuzzle.
Like, holy ass, dude.
And he asked her, and he's screaming this, and then he asks her to put her her bottom right against him so he couldn't breathe.
Dude, that's a nice request. That's the only one I really like.
But no, as he's doing it, he wanted to do this, and he was telling her this because he wanted to imagine that it was her man.
Oh, yeah.
And that he was actually going to do things to Yams as they hung down.
The sniffing is nice, though.
Oh, God. Norton, it's a hooker.
Well,
it's a hooker, for God's sake.
So should she not be allowed to vote?
Disgusting.
They got morals, too. We learned what they will and won't do.
Right.
Chris, what's going on?
Yo, boys, that might have been the funniest thing I've ever seen on TV.
Wasn't that good?
It was great. I didn't even know it was on, but I was watching the Eco Challenge, which is great, by the way. But then I'm flipping around going, oh, my God, I'm missing this?
You just couldn't tear yourself away from it. The best was, I don't know if it was the same big MFer that you guys are talking about that was in like an Explorer or something, and he's sitting there haggling with the broad.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, if I finish too fast, it ain't going to cost me $40 now, is it?
Yeah.
And she's just sitting there, no, 40, and she's getting all pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still going to cost you 40. Oh, come on, baby, it's just too fast. I didn't even enjoy myself.
What about the hooker for $30 gets all pissed off because the guy wants to do a little touchy-feely, and she's not into that, and finally leaves the car?
Double.
All pissed off.
Yeah, this girl got so pissed. She's going, get your hands off. Don't you pull on me like that. Because I guess he was pulling her head down.
Oh, yeah.
Like grabbing the side of her head. And she goes, don't you pull on me like that. Don't you pull on me. And she's like, I told you to keep your finger out of there.
Yeah.
And she was mentioning the dirty spot.
The balloon knot.
Yeah. And
you
she's like,
see that truck rocking back and forth down?
Oh, yeah.
My God.
The SUV.
Hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Slamming.
The one old broad that couldn't get a date for her life, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and that same car kept pulling up, and
what about
probably sold out for $4 for a Hummer.
What about the voice guy just rhyming everything at Hunt's Pond? Yeah.
That girl, who was her Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
She looked like she probably commands a couple of bucks. And then they're talking to her, and it's like $40. I think the guy was going to give her $40 for some oral action and the full deed to slam her.
That was so funny, though. God, you start off with The Sopranos, 6 Feet Under, and then the comedy really starts.
Hell yeah.
My God. Hey, guys, any more Flyers tickets?
I
hate to grovel, man, but,
are you a
it's probably their last home game.
Are you a Kid Rock fan?
Yeah, bigger Flyers fan.
Shoot. I don't know if
Huge Flyers fan, man.
You guys really hooked us up today with great ratings in Philly.
Dude, you know what the funny thing is? When you guys started out here...
This is what I got left. I got a pair of tickets to Ozfest.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Dude, that's huge, man. Got a pair of tickets that sold out WYSP Ozfest July 12th at the Tweeter Center in Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah, you guys rock. Norton, you still rule.
Thank you, fella.
Of course he does.
Chris, hold on the line. We'll give you the Ozfest tickets. And once again, thanks for supporting the show in Philly.
You guys kick ass, man. I've been with you since day one down here.
We got great news from Philly today, and we greatly appreciate it. So
thanks, boys.
We needed a little pick-me-up today.
Anytime, man.
All right, Chris.
But no reach around, though.
Thanks. And Keith the Cop has some great.
Oh, yeah. I heard a couple of stories, thanks to Ben. I heard a couple of stories about what Keith used to have to do. Now, where was this, Keith?
This was, we'll say someplace in the city.
Okay, let's just say someplace in the city.
And
You actually had to go out on hooker detail?
Yeah, I've gone out on hooker detail a few times where you...
Why don't you explain your hooker detail?
Yeah, because I would think, just hearing that, I would think like I've watched on an episode of Cops. Here's an officer along with other officers in maybe a hotel room. Right next door is another hotel room. The girl cop is dressed like a hooker. She goes out, gets a guy, brings him into the room. They negotiate the price. He says some phrase. She goes, okay, come on in. And the cops bust in and grab the guy. Now, Keith, that must be what you mean by hooker detail, right?
I've actually never done hooker detail like that.
No? Then my goodness, whatever do you mean?
We've done some street hooker detail, and
oh yeah, like you're making believe you're a John there, or a pimp or something.
Well, yeah, things like we do things like that sometimes.
Well, if it wasn't a pimp or a John, I can't imagine what else they would have to have you portray.
Well, there are certain areas where, let's say that.
Wait, let me visualize. So you make believe you're a married guy from Jersey. You're coming into the city for a little tail. There's the hot female hookers.
Right.
And you pull up, and then what happens?
Well, some places they're not necessarily women, as little Jimmy might know.
You betcha.
Oh
my God.
And there is occasion. And let me tell you something.
Yes.
The guys that are coming in from out of town, it doesn't matter how hot that this person might be.
Yeah.
They know.
They know that they're guys.
Yeah, and you'll get the guys with the car seats in the back seat, and
Oh, so like they got their family vehicle where they might take their young child to go get some ice cream.
Yeah. Well, Keith, don't they have to get you saying something sexual for money or something? Because I'm vague. I never discuss anything, and if somebody wants to go I just say, hey, you want to come for a ride? And they're like, what do you want? I'm like, just if you want to come for a ride, I will never say anything until they're in the car.
Little Jimmy, haven't we had this discussion before about what to say and what not to say?
It's not about you, douchebag.
Well, it's about educating people out there who may want to... I'm not the only guy in New
using
York.
our radio show to get info so you don't get freaking arrested. Hold Keith on your own goddamn time.
I want to ask Keith this, though. Okay.
Yeah, well, this is a much more better story that he's about to tell here.
Well,
Keith cruises for guys,
So, Keith, you have to dress up as a hooker.
No. Well, what happened was there are locations where...
Dude, tell me you drive up undercover trying to pick up other dudes. Please tell me.
Yeah, I have done that.
Boy, how come that isn't on the NYPD promotion for recruits tape I've seen at the movie theaters and on television? They have you dressed up like a hooker.
No, we don't dress up like...
He's the guy in the car looking for dudes.
Yeah.
Wait, are you the guy? Wait a minute. Not even trainees, dude.
Hold on.
I would almost give that one to you. You're talking about just regular male.
Okay, wait. Now we're confusing so many stories together.
Hold on. If I'm confused, the listener's going to be
Keith. Yeah, we're confusing too many stories together.
Are you posing as the person looking to get money for sex or the person looking to pay for money?
I have done both.
Okay, so he has been the guy.
You have been the guy?
Now, how do you dress like a young cruiser out there looking...
Well, when you're cruising in a car, you're just in a car.
Yeah, but how do you dress like a young stud hustler from the
Standing
street?
on the street corner, do you leave your underpants at home?
No. There are certain locations where it's just like regular dudes just standing out there.
And then what happens?
You pack a pickle?
Well, you know what? I happen to have been standing there one time, and I've actually only done this once.
Yeah.
Once was
more than enough.
Exactly.
I agree. Like, you get talked into these things because nobody else wants to do it, and, you want to be a team player.
And the popular GM of a radio station pulls up, says he's Ken Stevens.
Because he's had a tough week.
He's had a tough week.
Figured, what the hell?
You're cute.
And so I happen to be standing out there, and it's very slow moving. But finally, this dude comes up and...
Did you get butterflies like, ooh, this one likes me?
Or did you start feeling fat when they just drove past?
You feel very unwanted. You're like, oh...
What's wrong with me, right? Hey, you son of a bitch, I'm hot. You got rejected by freaking husbands and bastards.
So this guy comes walking up to me and, he asked me how much.
Oh, no.
For what, Keith? Did he say for what?
Well, and I happen to,
Now, you got to do your job.
Right,
You got to ask him the right question.
I told him for an oral treat. It would be 25.
You cheap whore! Ah, Keith! Have some self-esteem. Really, dude. You gotta be worth at least 50.
The point of the story...
You got a pretty mouth.
So, dude, what happened? After you do it, they arrest him?
Yeah, you gotta catch him in the act.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're busted.
And this
Keith, what's
really
wrong with
makes
you?
me a bag.
What's wrong with you? You got low self-esteem?
Well, what it comes down to is now what happens is the guy...
Hey, Keith, what was the code word you used to get all the other guys to come in and get the guy? Why?
Well, the whole time he's going,
why did I even bother
hurry up.
calling you to take this abuse?
You realize the tape is off?
Realize he's off from work that day. Hey, wait, I'm not even working today. That's hilarious.
No one knows I'm here.
You know what? I called the man
Keith,
to
I'm
a story,
sorry.
and
Okay.
I'm taking a beating like a champ.
No. We're sorry. It is very funny. Oh, yes, it's Tuesday. I'm not supposed to be working.
That's cool.
All right, so now you say 25 for treats.
I say 25.
Right.
Now, he turns around and says, well, how much for an oral treat for you?
Oh, like
Meaning
he
to
wanted
give.
to service. He wanted to service you.
Right. So now I was like, oh, my God. I'm like, what the hell is that all about, you know?
Tell me the price list at roll call for this one.
I'm like, so I tell him 35.
Oh, look at you.
Thinking, but I mean, but if you were a gay guy out on the street and you're getting an oral treat and getting money, I mean, it's like a win-win situation, don't you think?
I think that price would be cheaper than the you having to give. And
Right,
that
well,
was,
basically,
and that was going
I
through
think
your
you
head? Screwed up, Keith.
Well, basically what happened was that, he said 15.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to haggle, so I accepted his proposition.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I gave the code for move-in for...
The code for sea-sucker?
To arrest this gentleman.
Is the code pulling down his zipper and going to town? When the guy was done, did he ask for his Ticketmaster charge back?
That was funny. But, they move in, they arrest him.
Keith, put your goddamn clothes back on.
Well, they arrest this
Boy, this
gentleman.
Keith really gets into his job. So they roll up then and arrest him.
We arrest this gentleman, and
do they have to make like they're arresting you? So
yeah.
So it doesn't blow your cover.
Right.
Blow his cover.
And well, basically, I mean, we were out there for a long time, so this ended up being the only person that we caught doing this. I guess
You didn't get any more dates. But how close did you get to an uncomfortable situation? Because I'm thinking if I'm one of your pals and I'm on the job, I'm going to make you sweat a little bit before we show up. Oh, that would suck. All right, well, come on. All right.
Everybody
follow me.
Everybody is pretty
we're the
close
guys.
to this whole situation.
Serrano's got the discs. Serrano's got the discs.
All right. So they move in. They lock the guy up, and then I was taken back, and I had never done this before, so I was talking to one of the guys who does this on a normal basis, and I said, dude, this guy wanted to give me money to take care of me.
Yeah.
And they says, that's a regular thing.
Really?
Yeah. So when we got back to the station house, I said to this guy, I go,
oh, no, you talked to him?
Yeah, well, I came in and I was pretending I had my hands cuffed behind my back and everything. And I'm like, dude, what happened? I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And I said, where did you just come from? And the guy ended up, he was in some gay bar. So it's like.
So he was getting all worked up.
So, yeah, but
looking at all that
what I
hot
don't
scene.
understand is if you're in a gay bar.
Hey, we got audio of Keith as he's in the alleyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
Well, so I said, where are you coming from? And he said he was in a gay bar. So, if you're in a gay bar with a bunch of gay guys, what are you going outside to pay some dude to,
Yeah, well, maybe he was maybe he's a little shy.
Yeah.
That's all.
So, he said it was really like the thrill of it,
I heard Keith got a little angry at the guy. Yeah.
Well, what ended up happening was, after...
He's not going to stop. Hold on. I want to hear the tape of when you got a little angry with him.
You can act like a man!
Police brutality, he hit him. Oh, well.
So finally...
Well, we got audio of the gay guy.
Yeah. Stop that.
Yeah.
Suck it!
Really?
Suck it! Hey, Keith, did you have him on tape?
Yeah.
Oh, you got tape?
Man. But finally, the end of the whole story was I had my hands behind my back pretending like I was cuffed until they pulled out his money and started counting it, and he had $85 in his pocket, and I got pissed off that he only offered me $15.
Oh, see? He had some more money.
Then I felt cheap.
He didn't think you were hot.
Funny. She would have tousled your hair while you did it.
So that was just one of the many stories, but I would say that is the best.
I got Keith's pickup line,
Oh,
Anthony.
yeah, really?
Yeah.
I like sausages!
Well, this guy sounds, we got a tape of one of the guys that wanted sex. Yeah. He's got a strange request, and he sounds familiar. Huh?
Tease my hair, fat boy.
Huh. How much would that cost? And then it gets a little brutal with the guy.
You stupid faggot.
Then I guess he's at the police station. He explains how he got into this whole life.
I drink beer until I pass out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well, I got more audio of Keith.
Oh, of course you do.
You're a little bitch. That's right, you're a bitch, and I bet you'd like to suck it, wouldn't you?
Wow, Keith's really getting into it as he does the undercover thing.
He's in character.
You like that, don't you, faggot?
Sometimes you just take a little bit more of a beating than you need to.
More audio of Keith the cop.
Don't squeeze it.
First you get abused about the EverQuest thing.
Yeah.
Then you go to this whole thing.
That's interesting. This voice sounds a little familiar, and he was offering you $50 to do this?
Can we see your stuff?
Easy. Oh, wow. That voice sounds familiar.
Easy. You dick.
It's not fun anymore.
All right.
All right, yeah.
Very good. Well, Keith, thank God you're keeping the streets safe.
Well, and now, of course, I got to give the EverQuest plug why I'm here.
Of course you do. You
I
are
don't
so
have Town Hall or
addicted.
anything to plug or eatabullet.com.
Give your name.
But Bay Victus and Fantor and Talari, got to say hello to them on the INA Row server. Salvin, my name is Salvin, send me a little tell and free T-shirts autographed by
I got
Owen.
audio of the guy that picked up Keith, Anthony.
Yeah.
Virgin.
Oh, he could spot that a mile away.
How would he know that?
I don't know.
Real funny.
Must be
All right.
Keith's tight ass and those male hooker jeans he had to wear.
Here's Keith's fellow officers watching from afar, Anthony, waiting for the sign.
Uh-huh.
They're looking through their binoculars, and
Right.
I do believe they had this to say.
It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole!
Oh, it didn't get that far. And then the one thing, Keith is standing on the corner, and I guess at one point he tried to stand with his hips out a little to attract a little more guys, and a guy driving by yelled this at him.
Is that supposed to be sexy?
And I guess it wasn't. Two guys fighting over Keith?
No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
Wow.
Mule.
How about a nice bucket of eggs?
Wow, Keith, relax.
I don't want to get the eggs, fellas.
All right, fellas.
They're all
I'm out of here.
on
I'll
the
catch up
inside.
with you later.
All right, Keith.
See ya.
There he goes.
There goes Keith the cop, everyone.
As a male hooker. You know damn well he dressed a little different.
They put
he
cologne.
Yeah, he just makes it sound like he just went out there. Like, oh, I'm doing that, let me walk out. He had to think about something.
Maybe Keith's fellow officers could call us and tell us what they think Keith was wearing.
Yeah, what do the guys got to wear?
You're not just going out there like you usually do.
Look at him shooting them jeans. Wearing them tight jeans.
Wow, that's old school. Ron, what's up?
Hey, O&A.
Hey.
What's going on? Keith is gone, but I wanted to ask him if when a guy offers to perform on him, if the code word for the other cop moves in is
On your knees.
All right, Ant. Well, we still got to play the audio from the HBO special.
Yeah, we got some audio of that. Hookers just make for great shows. We could, you know something? We should. Somebody brought it up. We should try to just get one of those girls down here. See how much money we could give her to do things to herself.
Not a bad idea.
I wonder what because we found out there's a whole moral thing that they have. They actually have some, like, guidelines and lines that you cannot cross. They will sit there and hob it and let you slam them in these vehicles and put things places. But some of them don't grab their head and don't give the reach around the back area unless you're giving them more money or,
they can't even cop a feel.
Right.
A few of the hookers were like,
hey, don't touch my chest when you.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I just paid. What about the girl that's hobbing the knob and she goes, no, I don't lick yam bag. The guy's like, yo, baby, why don't you lick my beep,
Yeah.
And she goes, no, I don't lick that.
Maybe he stunk and she was trying to be polite.
You're a hooker. Pay.
That's not me, it's Keith.
Yeah, you pay.
Hookers aren't supposed to have morals.
No. You know something? If you're in the car and you just paid this bitch some money, she better lick the sack.
Hey, look, dude.
Lick it. Lick it, Jim.
My regular will not even, this is true, one of the things I like about her, will not allow me to lick certain parts of body that are...
above the waist?
Yeah.
She won't let you lick there.
No, just touch. No saliva transfer at all. Hummer with bag.
Right.
And I'm finished in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or under. Amazing. You go on a date and you throw food down a girl's chops.
And how much does that run you?
40.
$40.
She's great. She's one of the sexiest people ever.
And she
totally cleaner than any girl you're going to pick up in a club. Won't even touch my mule without a bag. Won't even touch it.
Really?
Nothing.
How long's she been in the business?
I don't know, but she's a wonderful, wonderful girl.
Can we get her on the line?
No, I don't have enough
Incognito?
with me. Oh, I would love to. Believe me. I'll talk to her.
Fake name.
Yeah, we'll totally cover it up.
Well, she doesn't give me her real name. I don't know her real name. I just know the name she gives me.
Are we allowed to give this girl, like, just, I don't know, $100 for just helping us with our show? We'll give her, like, $100 just to get her on the air.
We got her on the phone now?
Hi.
How you doing, Daddy?
Hi, how are you? I'll meet you in the stairwell.
Dude, I would love to talk to your regular hooker on the show.
I can't do it now because I don't have her number. I have to.
If she's freaked out, we'll even change the voice. We'll do stupid radio if we have to.
She doesn't work for the CIA. She gives hummers.
All right. Hey,
any other action you get from her? Just that. You could? What does she charge for a full plowing?
No, but
how do you not know?
I'm telling you, because I've only
ask?
been in the car. No, I'm too paranoid in cars.
Yeah.
I don't, all the way. It's too much. If a cop pulls up, what are you going to do?
Oh, yeah, like he's not going to know when.
You can see through the rearview mirror, so if a cop's driving up the street, they just go, head up, zipper up. It's a lot harder to pull your slacks up and hop over the console again. It's a lot easier just to zip your trousers back up.
Right.
And have her lift her head and just smile like you're talking.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm very paranoid.
He's street savvy.
I see that.
That's why I've never been busted. I'm careful.
I like that Norton is our street connection like this.
I'm not sloppy.
To the dirtier, seedier sides of our streets.
I don't say, like that guy that pulled up the keys. If I was talking to a girl, I never would have said something stupid like that. Ever. You want to go for a ride? Well, what do you want to do? I don't know. Just talk. No, I need to. Okay, bye.
Oh, really?
I passed up tens. So I don't know if they're cops or not.
So you want to get him in the car first?
Of course.
And then as you're driving, you discuss
I know
things?
You're not a cop. You could be a cop. Just real lighthearted. And if they touch mule or whatever, because a female is not going to rub mule if she's a cop.
Right.
And okay, mind if I touch you? And they're always like, no, baby. And you just touch. Boom.
And then you know.
Of course you know.
Interesting. This is fascinating. You're dirty, dirty world.
A lot of guys are stupid, man. A lot of guys will pull right up and go, hey, how much? And all they got to do is run the tape. But there's nothing illegal about pulling up to a high girl and going, you want to go for a ride? Come, I'm not. I figure they have to take
right up until you kill her.
Oh, yeah.
Then it's illegal.
Anthony, we got Rocco checking in.
Oh, Rocco?
Hey, Rocco.
Hey, Rockhole.
Hey, don't be unfunny. How's it going?
What's up, Schlockhole?
Hey, I want to know if there's any chance of Keith the Crotch transferring to Worcester.
Why?
35's a good deal.
Oh, wait, for you to give him oral favors?
As long as all I ask is a little jaw rub later.
Really?
Yeah, a little rub down for my jaw, but that's all.
Hey, Rockhole, you know you're live on our show, right?
What? Whoa. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Take me off the air. Hold on. That's not funny. That's not funny at all.
What?
I asked for one thing. You talk to me off the air.
What?
But Rockhole, this sounds like one of your great fake bits.
Oh, come on. That's not even funny, Anthony.
This isn't going to help your ratings by admitting that you might like guys. We don't know that for sure.
Has anyone seen the pictures from the studio?
I think
a lot of man ass.
Might like guys. We all know the truth.
It's a lot of man ass.
I think this is just another desperate move by yourself to try to get your ratings up there.
I'm in Jamaica. What do you mean? I don't need desperate moves.
All right, Rockhole.
We're hanging.
All
and
right.
as long as cheese tastes like crisp apples, I'm fine with it.
All right, Rockhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later.
Take it easy, Rockhole. We don't know if Rockhole goes that way, Anthony. Do it.
I don't know. I have no idea, but that guy who said he was Rockhole, he seems to think that he would pay $35 to be able to give oral treats to another man. Whatever. Sounded like the guy. I don't know.
We got more audio from the HBO horror special.
Was it called the horror special?
I don't know. Also, you know what? I think next we got to get Sandy Kane in here real fast. Because she's
the sound she makes in her cribs. If you want to see Sandy Kane cribs, it's on FoundryMusic.com. It is just another brilliant installment of our cribs series that we've been doing for a while now. We had our own Jimmy Norton did cribs. Stalker Patty was our first cribs we did a while back. And the latest installment is Sandy Kane. It is disgusting, sad. It runs the gamut of emotions, Opie.
Yeah.
The end, when one is the loneliest number, is playing as the music in the background, and you guys are pulling out, and all you see is this long shot. It's almost like a Kubrick shot going down the hallway, and Sandy Kane in the background by her door, again, completely alone, as she has been for so long in that apartment. Unbelievable.
That was
great job.
That was a great shot, and got to thank Jeff from FoundryMusic.com.
He found his niche, throwing up at strip bars and doing this crib thing. It seems to be his forte.
Great job. But
Why are you going from gorgeous, hot Gloria to this monster?
Because that's what we do. That's why we're pathetic. That's why we do what we do. That's why we have a good radio show. We sacrifice.
Isn't it like cleansing the palate from a fine filet mignon with dog crap? You want to cleanse the palate. You want to get that taste out of your mouth. Well, yeah, not with that, though.
Gloria Ann is still in the building, so maybe we'll have her just topless as Sandy Kane sings her Robert Blake song, Anthony.
Is it true if they get too close to each other, the whole universe will implode? They are so complete opposites. They are so perfectly, completely opposite that if they come together, it's over.
We've talked about this in the past. I mean, you know, he's a funny man, you know.
Load of laughs.
You mix up the DNA two different ways, and look what you get. You can either get a Gloria Ann, hot as all hell, or a Sandy Kane.
I heard after he met Sandy Kane, he went... He thought it was that funny.
You know, that DNA is quite a thing there.
God put her out there and went... Wax zany God.
All right, so she's got a Robert Blake song.
Well, very topical.
It's going to sound like every other song she has done, but...
Robert Blake.
Robert Blake. Robert Blake. Robert Blake.
He is a flake. Robert Blake. Yeah.
Minus the hygiene, Leslie Willis.
So we got Hooker Audio.
Right.
Sandy Kane with the Robert Blake song. More of your phone calls. And other things, I guess.
Great.
He's a son of a bitch.
Anthony.
That guy's a rapist.
Opie and Anthony.
The Opie and Anthony Show, 102.7 WNEW.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. We had to catch up there, sorry. We do 45 minutes of straight radio. Well, got to catch up on the back end.
Yeah, it takes a little while. Well, we're back.
Once again, I want to say hi to the 5 people listening to us in Albany today, Anthony.
Albany.
We put a brand new station on the air in Albany. They just got the transmitter and everything. So no one really knows we're on the air yet. It's going to have to be a word-of-mouth thing in Albany. Also, once again, a big, huge thank you to Philly.
Thank you
so much. Supporting the show. Tim was on earlier, the program director down there in Philly on the WYSP. And our ratings went through the effing roof.
Yeah. Like insane. Insane.
All right, we still have a lot to do before we get out of here. We got Sandy Kane, we got Gloria Ann doing a photo shoot, Anthony. That's going to be un-effing believable.
A photo shoot.
Gloria Ann is literally the hottest blonde I've ever seen in my life. We have video of her just walking topless in the middle of Times Square that we're putting up on FoundryMusic.com, FOUNDRY music.com. The link is up on OpieandAnthony.com to the underground website we call FoundryMusic.com. And now, if that's not good enough, Rick is taking some still shots, and we're going to put those up on FoundryMusic.com and maybe elsewhere. And also, we have a shot of her on the Stinky Cam right now. We can't get enough footage of the lovely Gloria Ann.
Her back is even sexy.
You like that back?
Just all of it.
Is it wide enough for you, though? I know you like those big, wide, manly backs when you're getting those treats.
Certainly don't.
Are you done with the photo shoot, Rick?
Certainly don't.
Now that you've gone through 4 clips?
How handy. Remember how everyone mocked the little red, real-world-looking ottoman that they got for the outside green room here?
The IKEA furniture.
The IKEA furniture, and everyone mocked and mocked and mocked that little ottoman. The little ottoman that was mocked. Now it is used in all the hot photo shoots.
I'm using that mainly as my main setup now.
You have that's your main setup?
Yeah, that's my main backdrop for the ladies to pose on.
When you had Gloria Ann's lovely cans just propped over the ottoman like that, and she's kind of just laying on it. Beautiful. Wait till you see these shots.
Yeah. All right.
You'll love them.
Well, why don't we go from one extreme to the other? Let's get the star of the latest version of Cribs, the radio version of Cribs that Ant and I do from time to time. It's Sandy Kane.
Sandy Kane. Here she comes. Make sure, awesome Garrett. Make sure she stays way over there. Move that mic even further. Yes. I need her at the furthest distance possible from me. She just dropped more cards.
You dropped something, Mary. Look at Garrett's hair billowing out.
They're little butterfingers. Look at him. You take this hat off, you just want to run over and start tussling, don't you?
Stop taking pictures, Sandy.
It's for more of her shrine in her house, which we learned from Cribs. You can download her episode of Cribs on FoundryMusic.com.
My building will never be the same.
Oh, since you moved in.
O&A. It's true. People say, how'd you get in here?
Sandy, those cockroaches that are running around your apartment and the dirt, the soil it looked like that was on top of your refrigerator.
My were clean, though.
No, they weren't.
Hey, Anthony, I just want to ask Gloria Ann
while
something.
you're down there, Rick.
Oh, my God. Rick went to bend down to grab something.
He doesn't do that.
That was a little lower.
Hey, Gloria Ann,
floor.
You see what's going to happen to you at midnight?
Oh, stop it.
Oh, you guys.
I love that.
That's all right.
Wow. That was what, if somebody put a curse on you, that's what would happen.
It's not on.
No, you know what it looks like? Remember that great Star Trek episode when they went to the planet and started aging? You can picture.
So you guys should be made, because what about all those stories where, it's one, and then, the Prince and the Frog, and really it's
Yeah?
Yeah, it could be like that.
She can't get a frog to kiss her.
Yeah, I have nice ones, too. They're double D.
You know what? You don't have to take your clothes off.
No, you keep those on, Sandy.
Twato's here.
No, we got that taken care of today with Gloria.
She doesn't have a Twato.
Thank God.
Your body should be in a bicycle basket in front of the moon. It's awful.
What's wrong with my body, though? What about yours?
Twato.
He admits that his body's awful.
Yours, I bet. I bet he isn't even well endowed.
All right, listen, Sandy, we don't have much time today for your nonsense.
But look at the contrast. It's amazing. It is amazing.
But Dildo's in love with her. Dildo's in love with her. He's leaving me for her.
Man, you mix up that... Once again, Ann, you mix up that DNA one way, you get Gloria Ann. You mix it up another way, and...
Exactly.
Opie, it's exactly the same ingredients.
Right.
It's the same composition
You gotta like
of
yourself, though.
carbon-based life unit. Same proportions of chemicals. It breathes the same way, I think.
I think Sandy Kane's DNA was left out on the radiator too long.
Yeah, was that it? Went sour?
But there's such a subtle thing can make such a lovely, sexy woman. We're exit 7 on the West Shore Expressway.
All right, Sandy, what do you got for us today?
I got Dildos here, and I also got this Robert Blake. I'm very much into this story.
Are you? You're into the Robert Blake story?
Yeah, really.
Now, why are you so into this, Sandy Kane?
Well, because when it first came out, it was so obvious he did this.
Oh, using your law skills and your
No, I am
criminal
a
justice?
pro se lawyer, by the way.
Oh,
I am
really?
A pro se lawyer. But no, just like he parked under a dark light. He had every motive to kill her. And
Did
look how
you
ugly.
say you're a lawyer?
A pro se lawyer.
What is that?
Well,
You're an ass. You're not a lawyer.
I'm an ass too.
She'll just grunt like that.
No,
Isn't it funny?
What I'm saying is,
Isn't that funny?
for my Comedy Central
She's shocked,
lawsuit,
Opie.
I represented myself, and now I have Milbank Tweed.
What lawsuit?
I have an $11 million lawsuit against Comedy Central.
Oh, that's right. The Daily Show.
The Daily Show.
Did somebody get up
Of course.
and yell,
Hey, Sandy Kane, put your goddamn clothes back on. No?
Why do you...
No, they had me on for 6 months on the bumper. So
they had video of her on their bumper, and she's suing them for $11 million. How do you justify those type of damages?
And what was the video of you?
It was the bumper of a segment called Public Access, and I was on the bumper of it.
They used to look at public access shows and show clips, and it was funny, you know, and then they'd show like Sandy Kane and all laugh, and it was great.
They even used I Love Dick, my theme song.
Right, and it's a guy named Dick.
You're doing comedy, aren't you?
Yeah, but after 600 times, they were very nasty. Comedy Central's not funny.
But I'll agree with that, but you're not going to
Okay.
make $11 million. You live in a roach-infested place. Take $50 and shut
All
it.
right. So whatever I make, man. Whatever I make.
So how did you assume that you were a lawyer?
No, well, no one. I couldn't get a lawyer, so I went down to the pro se down there. And,
Pro se?
Pro se means you represent yourself.
Right.
So I represented myself, did all the papers, and I finally got Milbank Tweed, which is the biggest law firm in the country. I requested to the judge for a lawyer, and he got me the biggest law firm in the country, Milbank Tweed.
Oh, yeah. We've all heard
But
of
meanwhile,
that.
I haven't seen a penny.
Who you with?
It's either Johnny
Tweed.
It's either Johnny Cochran or this fine law.
Marilyn Pierce, Benner, and Ziggy. The honeymoon is kind of day, ain't it?
Hey, Jim, what's up?
Hey, I wanted to know if Sandy was upset that Robert Blake offed her twin sister, that pig.
Oh, don't talk of the dead like that,
Jim. All right, so what do we got
The
today?
Robert Blake thing, look how ugly she is, too. She makes me look pretty.
No, she doesn't.
Well, just stop.
She was an ugly-looking woman.
Yeah.
You know, would you go to bed with her?
Yeah. I would, actually.
Okay.
I'd work that. She's
Anyway, would you kill her, too? But anyway, he killed her, and I think it's an incredible case. And
She sounded like she deserved it, to tell you the truth.
Uh-huh.
Like, I would never justify murder, but it sounds like if somebody was going to kill somebody, she kind of deserved it.
Well, were you thinking of killing your wife? Because I saw you in the paper with
Why
your
would I
wife.
do that?
She was pretty, yeah. Your wife was pretty.
We were nice walking down the courtroom steps.
Yeah, it was a good picture.
Why would I? No. And let me tell you something. If we could keep her quiet for a second. Robert Blake is an idiot. He's a jerk. He is stupid. What he could have done, this man had a license to carry a firearm, right? So he goes to dinner with her. They go to the restaurant. He has this gun with him. You get out in the car. You go, I can't drive with the gun here. It's on my hip. You pull it out. Boom, you blow her friggin' head off. Then you say, oh, my God. You run back to the restaurant. Hold on, Norton. You run back to the restaurant in shock, screaming and crying, oh, my God, the gun went off, the gun went off. No matter what they say, you always claim that it was a goddamn accident. The gun went off. You're going to get, maybe you're going to get involuntary manslaughter, and you get a couple of years. Or public service if you're a celebrity. The guy was stupid.
Here's why I disagree with you.
Why, Jim Norton?
Because they had obvious conflict. Nobody would have bought it. Because there's no real... I don't know what the...
Doesn't matter. No one would have bought it. Reasonable doubt. If you don't tell anyone, you don't tell anybody, you don't go looking for a killer, and then when you decide enough people have heard you say you want to kill her, you do it. This is something he could have pulled off as a complete accident.
And ballistics could have checked. They can check angles and trajectory.
Right.
In order to get a kill shot, you might have to go straight to the head. They might say, well, exactly how did that happen in the sitting position?
Oh, I understand.
I'm not saying it would have been
easy.
But I'm sure that theory would have worked.
Right. It's a lot better than him filing the numbers off a gun and shooting her in the head himself with the goddamn gun. The guy was on a cop show. He doesn't understand that you can raise the goddamn serial numbers back up.
Well, if she looks that way, and he's doing it himself, and he pops so the trajectory's off. It wouldn't have worked.
She could have looked anyway. He's getting in the car. He's muscling around to get his gun out, and then all of a sudden, right? Muscling around. He's trying to get the gun out.
I think he had a lot of balls.
It works better than shooting her in the head, throwing the gun away, and going, I didn't know nothing. I didn't do it. I walked in. Oh, I dropped my gun in the restaurant. Oh, I come out, she's dead. There's reasonable doubt enough where you absolutely know it wouldn't have been a capital case. Right now, he's sitting on maybe a capital murder charge.
Yeah, I think this one leaves reasonable doubt, unless they have somebody who saw him do it, or they have his prints on the gun, or they have
his gun.
Yeah,
first of all,
serial number.
It's his goddamn gun.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
They do.
They found the gun. They raised the serial number, and it was registered to him. He owned that gun.
And the bullets.
He's an idiot.
He had bullets in his apartment.
No, here's what I heard. I heard that he had the thing was a guy. They traced it back to the original owner, but it was sold at a gun show, and the guy said he remembered selling it to Robert Blake, but there was no paperwork.
There's a connection between him and the gun, regardless of
but they're going to bring him on
connection.
trial. They're going to bring that guy. There's no paperwork, but he said Robert Blake, he sold it to.
He should have gone with the accident.
Or he should have got rid of the gun better. You don't just throw the gun in the dumpster where your car is parked. Why don't you just hand it to a cop? Hold this.
You shoot her, you go to Boston,
Horrible.
you say black guys did it, and you jump off the bridge. Black guy did it in
But at
Boston.
least he fed her before he killed her.
What was his name?
Willie
Charles Stewart.
Charles Stewart.
Leave it. Just sparking up that Boston friggin' racist stereotype. A black guy did it.
Yeah.
If he got rid of that gun properly, he would not be in this jam right now, because without a murder weapon, it's very tough.
He told too many people. He had solicited people for her murder, I think up to 3 people. He had asked to kill this woman.
Right.
You don't then have her die and not get these people start yapping.
I don't think
about
he
it.
cares. I think he didn't want...
Sandy, you think his life was so pathetic and miserable that
he didn't want her to be the mother of his daughter. He just didn't want her to be the mother
Get those
of
away
Rose.
from me, Rick.
And, now, he's a very good father, and he has a very nice daughter, and now the daughter is mothering...
All right.
What?
I understand.
Hey,
The
let's,
daughter is the mother
all
of...
right, we're running out of show here. So, Sandy Kane brought in a Robert Blake song.
Okay.
Right?
Robert Blake, yes. Bobby Blake.
Really quick on line 9, Scott says Ant Stories is as smooth as Jason Williams. There you go.
He is, yeah. He was getting in the car, and he was...
No, because the intention was to cover up the Jason Williams thing and make it look like an accident. You got to make it look like that right from the start.
But it would have went through the head and cut out the wrist and shattered Connolly's wrist bone. It's never going to work. In pristine condition.
He was a Marine.
Well, Jason, it was...
Suppository buildings.
All right, go ahead. Yes, Sandy Kane, yes.
All I know, it has revived Robert Blake's career. Beretta is... he's all over.
Yeah.
Really, and if he gets off, he'll be, he'll be on
You
all
think
the
maybe we
shows.
might start seeing it on Nick at Night or TV Land?
I'm telling you. No, it is. Beretta's back on the air.
Oh, it is it?
Boy, I hope Gary Coleman's listening today.
Yeah, shoot somebody, Gary. Jesus.
Oh, I know.
It's going to revive the
All
career.
right, Sandy, so you brought in a song. We got the karaoke. You're going to sing to it live. And then you brought us marshmallows. Why marshmallows today?
Because they're not as, like, you usually throw knives and scissors and
Staplers.
at me, and I get a little scared,
Yeah.
I'm ugly enough to, I don't want to, like, be worse.
All right, so you gave us marshmallows to throw at you.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to get, like, the chocolate covered, but I didn't.
Right.
Should I have?
All right,
No,
so
that's fine. Let's see. I want to hear this.
The Malamores.
we're ready for the song, Sandy?
Okay. I mean, Kid Rock was on, and...
Oh, my God, we're running out of time.
Sing, stupid.
What about...
Put your
Anthony,
headphones on.
Could you, like, give me some harmony on this?
No.
No.
I only sing with Kid Rock.
That's right.
Yeah, weren't you with Kid Rock? I was wondering.
I only sing
Oh,
with
will you shut up? Here
Kid
we
Rock.
go.
I just wrote this, by the way. So,
Her wig is a mullet. It's awful.
She got a Joe Dirt wig on.
Can I do the topless?
Oh, no. Stop it.
A little bit. Come on.
God, we got
they're
the perfect breasts over here.
They're Jewish,
and then
but
that.
they're hams.
Oh.
They're Jewish, but they're hams.
You got a 10 and a 1 in the studio.
Come on, they're double D's.
Oh, wow.
Divine,
Look at
delightful, delicious, and dangerous.
I like
Look
diseased
at
and
what-
disgusting.
Dangerous. She did point to her ass when she said dangerous.
We'll all agree with that.
Swatto. Swatto wants to come out.
No, we don't want to see that today.
No,
all right,
keep that hidden.
We're going to start the song, all right, Sandy? You ready?
All right, invert my inverted.
Are you ready?
Okay. Can you say nipples? Yes.
No, actually, Sandy, do not say... No, look. Shut up. Don't even say it again. Don't say, I can say that or I can't. Don't even mention it now. You're done with saying that. Sing your song.
Okay.
You see
We'll
this
start
brick?
the music.
What can't you say?
Don't say it.
I'll throw this brick at you.
All
right, you ready? You ready, Sandy?
Yes, I am.
All right. It's Sandy Kane's Robert Blake song, Anthony.
Here is the music.
A little low, isn't it? Make it a little louder.
Turn her headphones up and start it over
Is
again.
that the Eric Clapton version where the kid falls out the window?
Oh! Sandy, the headphones work better when they're on your ears and not your cheeks.
Yeah, where are you?
Where my grass is at.
All right, you ready?
Okay, girls.
You ready?
Good lungs, though, huh?
Here, listen for the drum click.
Robert Blake shot Bonnie Bakley. Yeah, he shot her in the head. Robert Blake shot Bonnie Bakley 'cause he wished that she was dead. Yeah, he put the gun to Bonnie's head. And he shot poor Bonnie Lee Bakley dead. He said, Bonnie, you're a douchebag and a scumbag too. And I think I'm gonna shoot you in the hemorrhoids too. Ooh. He aimed his gun, he fired, and now she's dead.
Shut up! Shut up!
She shot him in the head.
Quiet.
You know what, folks? You know what? Robert Blake shot Bonnie Bakley.
They shot.
Ooh, ow. Bonnie, oh, man.
Quiet.
Robert Blake is there.
Quiet.
Yeah, he
Quiet.
shot her in the hemorrhoid.
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, Robert put the gun to Bonnie's head and said, you know, you're a whore and a scumbag, and
Shut
said,
up,
uh-oh,
Shut up, dummy. Shut up, dummy.
He shot her in the head and and then he shot her in the head too. Bobby, I think you did the right thing, because she was terrible. She, like, ripped people off and stuff.
Hey, light one up real good. Get one of those bubble intros like napalm.
OJ did it, and he got away with it.
Opie lighting up.
Robert Blake shot.
Let it get really flaming, Opie.
Yeah, shot her in the head.
Try to throw it at her head. Throw it at her head.
Bonnie Bakley, and he shot her in the head.
I wish she would explode.
I wish you'd make the music loud. I can't
It's
hear
loud enough.
I burn those marshmallows.
Shut up, dummy.
All right.
Shut up, dummy.
Yeah.
Shut up, dummy.
He shot his
Shut
head.
up, dummy.
He said, ooh.
Shut up, dummy. Shut up! Shut
I
up!
said he shot her, and then she's dead.
Quiet.
Bobby Blake, you're Beretta.
Quiet.
And now Bonnie Lee is dead.
Quiet.
Shut up, dummy.
How could you do that, man?
Quiet.
I can see why,
Could
though.
you shut up? Could you shut up? Could you shut up?
No, I can't.
Shut up! I say pay attention. Shut up, dummy.
Folks, you know what?
Shut up, dummy.
Oh.
Robert Blake shot Bonnie Bakley.
She took one in the face.
Yeah, shot her in the head.
Shut up! Shut up!
Hang the
He
phone
shot
up, you
Bonnie
skank.
Bakley, and he shot
You
her
are
in
very
the
ignorant.
hemorrhoid, too.
You are even more stupid than I first computed.
Andy Kane coming in from the O&A show. I hope I survive. I hope I survived better than Bonnie Lee did.
Right.
Robert Blake, where are you? I think.
Okay, terrific. Okay, terrific. Okay, terrific.
Hey, what do you think, Glorianne?
I'm speechless.
Yes, you are, aren't
Never
you?
get ugly, Glorianne.
Oh, God.
You all right?
No, I loved it.
It's a mess. We threw burning marshmallows at her.
Like right in the chest. That was really good.
Well, he told me to throw the marshmallows, so I threw the whole bag.
Thank you.
God.
Shut up! And her hair is... Her
wig.
mullet wig is drenched.
Her mullet wig. What made you pick the mullet wig today?
If you think too much time on my hands on that wig, that is horrible.
It's not a wig. Should we my hair?
Shut up, stupid. Let them finish laughing.
And her mascara is running. Very nice. All right. It's the great Sandy Kane.
Yes, Sandy Kane. Wonderful.
Could you wipe me before I leave?
We're going to take a very quick break here to try to catch up a little bit, and we'll continue. So stay there.
You guys have deteriorated beyond belief right now.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Thank you.
The Opie and Anthony Show. 102.7 WNEW.
And we had fun today, huh? Oh yeah. I want to thank Gloria Ann for stopping by today. She's been topless for 4 straight hours.
Thank God. If this show needs anything, it's more boobs.
And, we broke out a new bit today, the Boob-Board.
You know, there were actually a lot of good-looking police officers out there.
Oh, look at that, the men in blue getting a little compliment.
Cool. Well, Gloria Ann was topless in Times Square. We got video. It'll be up on FoundryMusic.com later on tonight. We got video of Gloria Ann in the studio, Gloria Ann going to the bathroom. No, I mean, we have so much footage of Gloria Ann, it's ridiculous.
A hidden camera.
Rick did a photo shoot. That'll be up on FoundryMusic.com later on tonight.
Yeah.
Also, we got Sandy Kane singing. That will be up on FoundryMusic.com.
And hopefully no pictures of Sandy Kane. Isn't that funny? You know, because Gloria Ann just comes down to just come down and say hi.
Right.
Immediately she's stripped nude and walked around the city, and 1,000 pictures of her taken.
Yeah, there must have been at least 1,000 pictures taken.
Yeah. Well, I have to thank the New York
Square.
men because it was really cold out there, but being surrounded by all the guys kind of like gave me body heat.
I bet.
Yeah,
very
feel
nice.
cozy.
Hey, and good luck with that movie. The what is it again?
The Curse of the Komodo.
Curse of the Komodo.
Yeah.
There you go. The Curse of the Komodo, Anthony.
She plays a scientist or something.
Yes, I do. An environmental scientist.
Not too much of a stretch.
Science! She blinded me with science.
She took science once. That's good enough.
How'd you do in science in school?
Actually, I scored in the 99th top percentile.
Really? In
Yes,
Kansas,
I did.
though, right?
Yes, in Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, Kansas is a different story.
See, it's not as good until you got that part in.
The Earth is in the center, and everything spins around her.
Yeah, they had that curve thing in Kansas.
Yeah.
You kind of becomes an A, you know.
Graded on a curve.
But see, obviously you can tell that Kansas isn't totally flat.
No. There's something in the well water, too. I reckon.
She can say anything and we'll listen all day
And
long.
listen and laugh like retards.
Sandy Kane could come in here and solve cancer.
Yeah.
And
Cure
no one's
cancer.
listening. And we would be like, shut up.
You gotta take
Just shut up.
chemical and put the
Right. What? Shut up.
We don't care.
We did.
You really
Flaming
did.
marshmallows today. You know what? We got to be careful with the flaming marshmallows.
Yeah, because you could have caught her.
No, and we'll
whole wig on
explain. We
fire.
got
Turn on the halon system?
Yeah, which will suck the oxygen right out of this room. And
Well, it doesn't suck it out.
Then
It
I'd have to give
replaces
you guys
it with
mouth to
a
mouth.
gas that does not allow things to burn in.
Yeah.
Which also does not allow humans to breathe.
That's right.
Didn't you remember the girl that got killed? She was trapped in some room at work. And instead of just picking up the phone and calling the fire department, it was like a little airtight room, and she pulled the fire alarm, which sucked all the air out.
Ah, there you go.
Killed her.
Oh, that's a cute story.
Yeah. Sorry, I told you that.
You just suppressed Gloria Ann.
No, I just reminded me of it because you said they're sucking the air out.
All right. Joe, what's up?
Yeah, dude. What's up with the cancer that she was supposed to get, man? I mean, remember when you did, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
Sandy Kane. She had twato, which is some kind of a wart.
It's you know what it is.
It's a wart.
It's the herp.
That dude said he was supposed to cause cancer or something.
Joe, I am
we're still
glad you decided to say something completely different than what's on the screen. Thank you. Kelly, what's going on?
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey.
I just want to tell you what I learned today.
Yeah, let's go.
I learned, according to Anthony, if you pay the bitch, she better lick the yam bag.
Right, if you're paying for it.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Bye, very good. Let's, we'll play What Do We Learn? What the hell? Mike, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Today I learned that Keith the Cop is a cheap date.
Yeah. Boy, he's giving out oral favors for what was his
25.
price? $25.
And the nerve of him, he wanted 35 to receive it.
To receive it.
Arrogant putz.
But then he was willing to accept 15.
I learned Keith has low self-esteem. Thank you.
Later,
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, Big Mike, what did you learn on the show today?
Oh, no, what's happening, man?
Hey.
I learned that the Opie and Anthony show and Keith the Cop both #1 between men 18 to 54. and that he's off tomorrow, but he's going to be working. Later.
Hey, that's even better.
The poor guy, you know.
He's trying to share today, Ed.
I know. He's trying to share. He had some undercover detail a while back where he had to pose as a male prostitute. It wasn't his choice that he decided to say $25 for oral. Anthony, what's up?
What's up, guys? I learned today that Kansas is now spelled with C-A-N, not K-A-N.
Cans ass.
Can.
Yeah.
Beautiful, luscious can.
Yeah, thanks to Gloria Ann, we're changing the spelling of Kansas.
Oh, wait.
Why is Rick taking Gloria Ann out of the
You got
studio?
you again. Yeah, Rick, what are you doing, Rick?
I just got a new clip, an empty
He's
clip.
taking more pictures.
I don't blame him. All right.
Can I take some more shots?
Rick.
You're smart. Even if it's a panty shot.
Panty.
I don't care. Very Aunt Bravo.
Drop something.
The cards are being dropped left and right
What happened,
today.
Ben? Did that big, delicious C bump into them? That monstrous Down syndrome bulge in the front there?
Actually, he was moving the cards with him. It's prehensile, you know. It's like the... Hey, I learned O&A are #1 with uncut young bucks aged 12 to 100 in Philly.
Nick, what's going on? Very good.
Hey, I learned that you can have Beauty and the Beast on one show.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
All right,
Hey,
Nick.
Norton.
Not going to work
Oh,
ever,
boy,
sir.
dude, that was a lame attempt.
Very lame.
Too good, I'm too cute.
Jersey Gary, I learned today Sandy Kane or Gloria Ann. It's all in the DNA mixing.
Eric learned that the producer of The Curse of the Komodo Dragon is Hugh Janus. Huge. His name is Hugh.
Hugh.
And his last name is Janus.
Yep.
Hugh Janus.
Hugh Janus. Sheep Lover learned the stinky cam needs to be changed to the awesome cam.
The awesome cam. Yeah, change that immediately.
We should do that.
Change it immediately.
Tell Scotty there.
With no.
YV from Queens, I learned that prostitutes are actual people and not pieces of meat. Who knew? Sheep Lover also learned don't F with Anthony's T-shirt throwing skills.
Today, Josh learned that Robert Blake shot Bonnie Blakely in the head, then shot her in the hemorrhoid.
Oh, yeah, that's a Santa Kane line.
It is amazing to see a woman so completely devoid of any sexual integrity or any talent.
Yeah, nothing.
There's nothing sexy.
Right, nothing.
What do you mean? Gloria Ann is real sexy with her.
She's just... Gloria Ann has got to have some awful thing with her because she's too perfect.
Awesome Garrett. How's Rick working it out? He's getting the pants off? Tell us. Pants.
Her the pants are down past her butt, but she still has the underwear on.
She has a leopard skin thong.
Very nice.
She's got to get the pants off.
Oh, my God.
We got a lot for your viewing pleasure tonight on FoundryMusic.com. We got to get out of here, Ant.
Yes.
So, a big hi to Albany.
Oh, my God.
Big hi to Albany.
Oh,
and Philly, once again, hey, man, what can we say? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Philly.
If you're just tuning in because you hate us and you're waiting for Ron and Fez, we killed. We killed so bad we got Dom, man, today from Tim and the gang at WYSP. Philly gave us just incredible ratings today.
Ridiculous.
Through the roof ratings.
Thanks, man.
Opie.
He did get you to it. He totally did. Did he? He said he so got you.
Want to give some of these away?
5.
All right, we got 5 copies of the Blade 2 soundtrack featuring Fatboy Slim, Gorillaz, Crystal Method, Cypress Hill, Moby, and much more courtesy of Virgin Records. You can win from anywhere, right? Because we'll mail it out. Cool. The soundtrack to Blade 2 is available in stores now, so if you want to win this, stay on the line and we'll give them out. All right?
Right.
Hey, man, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I didn't look. I really didn't look.
I'm not telling you again.